Hello, everyone. Hello. Hi. It is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. Oh, and I forgot. I'm wearing my sweatshirt. And I want to be sweatshirtless as I'm hanging out with you all. Hi, everyone. How are you? Let me... Sweatshirt. Wait. I'm going to put this here. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme. Krellin, 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 Bobellin, banana, fanner, for felon, fee, fi, mo, melon. Krellin. Hey, Krellin, thank you for the resub. That is much appreciated. And also, how are y'all doing? What is happening? I missed you all. There's so much going on. Hey, everybody. Oh, you know what? Oh, hey. What? The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme. A frithial, bobifrithial, banana, fana, fofithrithial, fee, fi, momifrithial. A frithial. Hi, everyone. I just want to say that my little chat window is not working, so I've got two chat windows, and only one is currently working. So I have to fix that. How are you all? I've got so much that I want to... Where's my cursor that I want to chat with you all about? I want to see what's going on in your lives. I want to know what's going on. I want to share with you some stuff. Hi, everybody. Hello, I'm Bar Garwin. How are you doing, Javai, Baron Tor? Krellin, you make me laugh. Also, me wants Mo Melon. Hello, Iffy. I actually would like Mo Melon as well. I would like, I would like a really nice, ripe watermelon right now. Can I tell you something? I really, really like a very, very good honeydew. And I realize that honeydew is, come on, cursor. Only Krellin gets Mo Melon. That might be true, actually. So I really do like a really ripe honeydew. The problem is, I feel like it's impossible. Yeah, it's really seasonal. I feel like it's impossible to get good honeydew, and I find that very frustrating because, I really like honeydew, but most of the time honeydew is just really bad. And I don't know. Oh, and Bargarn, you love cantaloupe. Here's the thing. I also love really good cantaloupe, but it is also hard to find really good cantaloupe. So often you just get Frithiel is correct. You get bad honeydew, oftentimes bad cantaloupe, and you just get these honeydew and cantaloupe that are just not ripe enough, and then I'm just sad. Yeah. Levi says, in this age of fruit traveling thousands of miles on nitrogen-filled containers, what's going on with honeydew? Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I just am sad. Oh, bad honeydew is really bad. Bad cantaloupe is still, bad cantaloupe is better than bad honeydew, right? I mean, I feel like that's a thing. But yeah, but this is all about these nitrogen filled containers. So I have all these things. First off, I want to tell you hello, and I've missed you. And I feel like it's been 8 days since I've last seen you, but it hasn't been, but it feels like it. Atomica, how are you? I miss everybody. Honeydew is milder, so texture is more important. I think that's true. Like, really good honeydew is a really nice... Oh, I didn't shave my head today, or my face, and I need to do that, and I will. Hey, Mr. Game and Frog! Toad! Hi, Franz. How are you? It feels off because we don't get a real episode of Oh, that could be it. It's a... So for CR tonight, are they doing a Wendy's thing or a My Little Pony thing? Like, what are they doing tonight? Sam's doing a thing, but what is it? It's the Wendy's thing. I don't even know what that's about. Atomica, why are you 50-50? Why are you not 75-25? Like, you know, I wanna high highs and low lows. I wanna up your good to less good ratio. So like more good, less good. More good, less good. That's what I want. I have show and tell, but I don't want to actually do the show and tell yet. I still want to chat with you a little bit. So no, apparently they're doing a Wendy's thing. I don't even know what that's about, but I'll be hosting it. I've got a lot. Okay, so I want to let you all know that I have had this sort of insane amount of work up till yesterday. Like, it was like everyday madness for the last time period. And today was the first day that I did not have to go in and do lots and lots of stuff forever. And Wendy's released a D&D book. Huh. Is it what? So, okay, so about Wendy's releasing a D&D book, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Not to, ooh, you know what? While I'm here, I'm going to do my wrist exercises because I'm going to do that while we're talking. So I feel like if any of the, they're competing with Arby's for the coolest nerd promo. Look, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if any of those fast food chains would release a D&D book, I feel like it would have to be like McDonald's or Jack in the Box, because they have got like, McDonald's has got like the Hamburglar and Ronald and other things that can be creatures, right? I mean, and I think Jack in the Box also had like a whole range of weird creatures that could work as monsters. But I don't know if... I have never had Arby's, so I don't know how I would feel about it. But I will not judge Arby's because I have not yet had it. Oh yeah, no, KFC does have a weird dating sim. That is true. And hey, you know what? If I'll play a dating sim. I don't know if it's good or not, but I'll play it. Yeah, so I've never had Arby's. I didn't grow up with Arby's, in the sense that I don't think there were many Arby's where I grew up. So that wasn't... it's interesting to me that we have all of these big national fast food chains, but then actually they're not 100% national, or they're only quasi-national, or there are lots of parts of the country that don't necessarily have that particular chain. And I think so I think that's interesting, right? I mean, I'm interested in that. Yeah, that's all. I grew up in a one Arby's town. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I hate Anarch Dovey. Like, I feel like I imagine there must, I mean, when I was growing up, all Burger King commanders some bland tacos. Jack in the Box's tacos are worse. If he says, I went once, was very underwhelmed, but I barely recall. I just know the cool Facebook and Twitter ads. Our Rex is turned into Arby's. Yeah, McDonald's actually has a cannon to turn into a setting. Right, like McDonald's has a whole cannon that you could turn into a whole setting. That's all I'm saying. Hey, Dovey. And Barentor says, speaking of fast food, I went to Taco Bell the other day, and they took many things off the menu, including the double-decker tacos I liked. Fortunately, there's another place in town opening to challenge them. Oh, that's interesting. I actually like Burger King's burgers and fries. No, they're not, like, you know, I've never had a Burger King taco, so I don't know if they're worse than Jack in the Box tacos are just not very good. I found. So here's the thing I was thinking about. When I was growing up, I grew up in, which one am I doing? I did these. I did these. Oh, I need to do these. I grew up in where I grew up in San Francisco. I grew up in a neighborhood in San Francisco called the Richmond District, and I was in the outer Richmond, and we had no fast food joints. Like basically the neighborhood people did not want fast food there. So the only fast food we had, like we did have like a couple of holdout fast food places from, like we had no McDonald's or KFCs or anything like that. The only fast food we had were things that were kind of older that had been grandfathered in. So we had a Doggy Diner, and that was like the fast food place we had in the outer Richmond was the Doggy Diner. It eventually shut down. And they opened up a place called Tokyo Stop, which was sort of like a Japanese food, and that sort of shut down. But basically, the fast food that was in my neighborhood, we didn't really have. We had Doggy Diner is what we had. When I go to a burger joint, I go to our local regional statewide burger joint called Lotta Burger. Oh, I wonder if they're good. That sounds interesting. Fast food tacos are not a thing unless you count taquerias. Ambara Garwin, this is tricky. I don't tend to count taquerias as fast food, even though you get them very fast. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know why I don't count taquerias as fast food. I don't. But it's interesting because there's some things that just don't feel like, fast food. I wouldn't say they're gourmet, but I get them from time as junk food. The Jack tacos. Yeah. Our local place is called Taco Tico, and it came back after years of being away as a new person bought the whole thing, and they're going super retro with it. Oh, that sounds interesting. If Frithiel says that Doggy Diner sounds made up, it wasn't. It had one of those, the mascot was one of those dachshunds. It was all red and had this like really elongated face with the chef's hat. It really was a thing. Doggy Diner was a place, and it didn't even just only serve hot dogs, I swear. I got Good Old Game 2.0 closed beta key so far. That's probably not Good Old Games, and I really love it. Having entire library one. Maybe you did. Oh. I feel like there's some kind of new Good Old Games thing that I don't know about, and I feel like I don't know about it. Of course they're good, Trooper, where they serve local beef since we're a ranching state. Oh, Krellin, you're bringing up a thing, and I'm getting distracted. You're bringing up a thing that I think is really interesting that I want to sort of say because I'm interested in these things. I have been, when I lived in Germany, the thing is Germany has these like really intense food laws, and in the German food laws, you basically have to do sort of local beef, and like you can't use weird artificial colors and artificial flavors. There's a lot of stuff. Anyway, because all the fast food used local beef, the McDonald's was delicious. Like their McDonald's was super, super tasty. And I just think that was really interesting, like the difference between a McDonald's in Germany versus McDonald's somewhere else. I always thought that was really interesting. GOG Galaxy is what it's called. I have GOG Galaxy, the old one. I haven't used it in a while. GOG is Good Old Games, but they rebranded themselves to just GOG, which doesn't stand for anything anymore. Oh. I've been good about not doing fast food till today. I had Five Guys. Five Guys is sort of like higher end fast food. Is that right? Wouldn't you say? The only non-national chain fast food place in town that is normally open this summer and was gutted by a fire like 6 weeks ago. Oh, that's terrible. I am totally not even distracted. That wouldn't even happen. I'm just counting my reps right now. Real meat doesn't mean fresh or warm, and that's always been my issue with McDonald's. One of the best burgers I've ever had was in a local shop in Florence. Oh. The fresh or frozen thing is probably why Wendy's is the best national fast food place. Oh. See, okay, so can we... we're not going to get distracted right now, although we totally are, because I'm still doing my wrist exercises, so I figure we have a little bit of time. So I was thinking about fast food chains. I'm going to just have to do this, and we're going to sort of do this together. So I feel like fast food chains have like tiers. We're not going to get squirrel. So I feel like fast food has tiers, right? And I feel like the basic level tier is McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, KFC, Taco Bell, Jack in the Box. I feel like that's like base level fast food. But then I feel like, and you all can disagree with me, and I would, Popeyes I think is base level. I would love to hear your thoughts. I feel like things like Five Guys or Fat Burger, those things, I feel like those are like in and out. I feel like they're trying to make themselves like tier 2, like one tier up. I don't know. What do you think? Because when I think about like fast food, I don't necessarily think about Five Guys, even though Steak and Shake, yeah. But I feel, like they are, but they are. You know what I mean? Like they are fast food places, but I don't think of like Steak and Shake or Five Guys or Fat Burger or these places as being like a tier 1. They feel like a tier 2 to me. But I mean, I don't know how true that is, but oh, Levi says, okay, this is interesting. Levi says more like a quick restaurant than fast food. That's actually, that's actually a pretty good way of putting it. That's a pretty good way of putting it, because they do feel like quick restaurants rather than fast food. Yeah. Krellin says there's a tier of fast food that is more regional and less national. They tend to be higher quality because they have tighter supply chains due to not being national. Krellin, I think that's probably exactly what it is. I think that what I'm thinking about is that we've got basically regional fast food that has slightly higher quality because of their not being of having tighter supply chains. I think that's probably what it is. Brahms, right? Hey, Falcon, how are you doing? How are you? I would actually put Arby's in tier 2. Oh, that's interesting. I've never had Arby's, so I can't say. But Arby's feels to me like it's less. It feels like it's fancier than your base fast food place. But I don't know because I've never been there. But it feels like it is. But what, Falcon? What do you mean life goes? What does that mean? That seems mysterious. The only fast food I can get where I can go is a local one owned by this old couple. I get pizza there, custom toppings, salami, mushrooms, 2 times cheese and garlic. Ooh, I love garlic on pizza. Arby's is weird because it's a very different food than most fast foods. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I totally see you iffy about In-N-Out. The thing about the German law, by the way, is it's a bit easier to do local beef when you're the size of New Mexico. Yes, I think the U.S. makes it impractical, if not impossible, to have fresh beef in all areas and climates. That's a really good question. That's a very good question. But it is also true, right? Germany is not. The United States is an entire continent wide, right? It is an entire continent wide, and that sometimes can be a challenge, right? With a lot of things. But this is true. But they also say no artificial colors, artificial flavors. They've got like laws about hormones. They're I will tell you what though, the food's delish. Arby's is approximately as expensive as like Burger King or Wendy's. McDonald's is super cheap, so not them, but has generally better food. Oh. Falcon says, I just got back from an interview and I know I don't want to work there. Ooh. Well, it's good that you found out rather than getting the job, working there, and then realizing this place is horrible for you. What about KFC, Long John Silver's, and Captain D's? Ooh, those are good questions. This is a really interesting question. I feel like KFC is a standard tier fast food. Like it seems like one of the fast food you're like, oh, I can go to KFC. And actually, I think KFC and Taco Bell are often co-located in certain places. I could say, and Bar Garwin says KFC is a 1 but a high one. I could totally see that. I see it. I was thinking about, so like for me, Chipotle is probably a tier 2 fast food place. Oh, Barentor says KFC and Taco Bell are both owned by PepsiCo. Well, that's interesting and explains why they carry Pepsi products. EU has super right food laws for food regulation, so I don't think it's only Germany. Antarctica, my understanding is that Germany, Austria, and Switzerland have more strict laws than the other parts of EU. And I know, at least I don't know, and I don't know what it is now, but when I lived there in the 90s, the fact that their food laws were tighter than the rest of Europe became a problem because of EU laws about sort of moving food back and forth. And like, for example, Germany has like really intense beer purity law. And because of EU trade laws, other countries wanted access to be able to sort of sell in Germany, but Germany's like, but you don't meet our purity laws for beer. So there was some kind of tension about food law purity. So that was interesting. It's Taco Bell Pizza Hut. Oh no, yes, Taco Bell Pizza Hut. Yes. You know, maybe you're right that it was Taco Bell Pizza Hut, Baron Krellin. If he says, "Trooper, you make this very mundane Kavo topic way more interesting and delightful than I expected it to be." That's what we do here in the foxhole, right? We had a Kentucky Pizza Bell for a while around there. Oh, see, this is really interesting. We have A&W drive-thrus. You know, we don't have any A&W anymore. Well, where I grew up in San Francisco, we used to, but we didn't anymore. I have no idea what we have over here. My God, this one year there was a song about Pizza Hut, Taco Bell that was completely wrong. Oh yeah, I remember that one actually. Yeah, tight. I see you, Anarch W. Yeah, and it's funny because I think that there's a thing between like regional, like as Krellin pointed out, regional fast food feeling more high class than national fast food. Krellin says, ironically, I vastly prefer Pizza Bell individual pan pizzas to actual Pizza Hut pizza. Oh, that's interesting. So even though I'll never eat their Chick-fil-A is probably up here too. You know what's interesting to me? I'm really fascinated as we're having this conversation about things that are clearly food you can get fast, but we don't perceive the restaurants as fast food. And I'm thinking at this moment about things like, I know what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about things like, all right, so taquerias, basically things that are not chains at all, like, or they're a bunch of donuts, right? See, and Bar Garland has also, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm on a liquid diet this week as my Crohn's flares up. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Toad. Right, so like, I don't think of taquerias or like falafel shops, or like there are a bunch of places I don't think of fast food, even though like you walk in and it's got like a, you know, you walk in, you ask what you want, they make it and they hand it to you and you walk back out. But I don't, yeah, like that's the thing. NRW asked the question, is street food fast food? And I don't really think of street food as fast food, even though, I mean, it is. Do you know what I mean? Like it's fast, there you go, you're at it. If the food is only made after you order it, it isn't fast food, even if it's made fast. Ah ha ha! Krellin, that's a really interesting. That's interesting. If the food is only made after you order it, it isn't fast food, even if it's made fast. I have a question about that because I totally buy that as the line, right? Like that feels like a line. I buy it. But don't some of the large fast food chains make your stuff to order or no? Or they like, do they? Right? Because I feel like some large ones make to order, right? Yeah, I feel like. And some restaurants do a mix, right? It says In-N-Out does, Wendy's I think does too, right? I think they, yeah. But then of course the question becomes, what do we mean by made to order? Because if I'm thinking about, Mr. Game and Frog says, sometimes a food line will make food based on what is likely to be ordered that day. Atomic says, I've had McDonald's made fresh. Is the junk food the like? Yeah, I mean, this is, and maybe it's about standardization, right? Maybe that's what it is. Is the junk food the line? Maybe that's the line. In Sweden, I think most do on order, but have some of the most common items ready on the other times of the day. Right, and I'm thinking about another thing that I never think of as fast food. I feel like if I told you, I feel like you know what I'm talking about. Because McDonald's is warmed on order, so is that made to order? That's a good question. You can even get fresh fries if you're a dick and demand no salt. It's about methods and standards. I suppose it's a franchise though, so it's operated locally. Sorry. It's like and then in a pita, right? Doner kebab or gyros, right? Where you've got all the meat on the little rotisserie thing and it's spinning, and they get the big knife and they go whoosh, 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 whoosh. But like the meat is like all layered, and then they go whoosh, 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 in the little pieces, and they put it in the pita, and you get some tzatziki on there, and then like whatnot. So like a doner kebab or a gyros. Thank you. And right, so and also shawarma as well, right? Actually, all three of those things, right? All sort of work, and all of those, right? I mean, like those are like sort of pre-done for you, like the meat's already sort of set up, and that's certainly really fast, but I don't think of those as fast food restaurants either. Yeah. Does it have to be a chain to be fast food, or can it be a small local place that does the same kind of food? Javai, this is the question I'm trying to figure out, because I don't know. I don't think I know the answer for myself, right? Like that's a very good question. Yeah. I wonder if fast food is... Mr. Game and Frog says, Toad says, I think if you're selling a singular food thing that isn't fast food, that is vendor food? Mm-hmm. And Bar Garwin says, I don't think of those as fast food, but I associate those with trailers more than anything else. Right now I'm thinking about food trucks. I don't think of food trucks as fast food. I think of them as vendor food or food trucks, right? Also, Weird Vector says, I love me some tzatziki, and I do. Tzatziki. The Japanese consider things like ramen fast food. Do they think of ramen restaurants as fast food restaurants? And Ambar Garwin says, and are most trailers fast food, or are trailers completely separate, or can they overlap? Yeah. I love a good kebab place is nice. Are we doing a deep philosophy dive on the definition of fast food? Because that is wonderful. Because I actually think that probably there's... I'm thinking that what does and what doesn't count as fast food probably has something to do with our imagination of how the restaurant works. And maybe also the kind of food. Maybe, right? Weird Vector says, also to me, fast food is defined by drive-through. But it's weird because some fast food places don't have drive-throughs, right? And some places that do have drive-throughs, I mean, I get Weird Vectors, I totally get that. I get it. That like the iconic drive-through being part of what makes something a fast food place. Hey, Control Freak. But then I wonder about things like in Texas, when I was stationed there, they had the drive-through liquor barn, which was a place that you would go to get drive-through liquor, and I don't think we'd call that we wouldn't call it fast food because it's not food, it's just liquor. But you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean. You know what I mean. Cyclona says, especially the ones that have the food to order. Javai says, I've seen vendors with the same level of diversity of food and not, if not more than fast food restaurants. This fast food place also requires a seating area. There's also marketing budget. Hey, B-Boodle, right. Is it about marketing as well? Bar Garwin says, I bet there's some technical legal definition that nobody's paid attention to, but the way everything's branded shows up. Yeah. Krellin says, tangent, fast foods are what's endemic of what's wrong with America. That's probably actually true. That's probably true. Yeah, Afrithiel, I'm trying to tell you, in Texas, they had the drive-through liquor barn. You would drive through and they would, like, you would order your alcohol and they would give you alcohol and you would drive off with your alcohol in the drive-through liquor barn. And they even had places you could get a drive-through margarita, you know, in a cup that was open. And Yeah. Krellin says we had drive-through liquor here too. They're banned now. I wonder if they're still banned in Texas. I wonder if they're banned now in Texas. They were not when I was there in the 90s, but it might be, you know, it might be. It's a good question. Like, I don't know. But yeah, life is like, you know, life is interesting. So let me show you I have show and tell. Everybody. Things came in the mail. So guess what came in the mail? I ordered, and this, if you know me at all, read up my correction. You meant drive-throughs. Oh. Actually, I think there might, I wonder if there is a drive-through gun stop. Okay, so if you know me at all, you will know that this is totally me. I saw it and I was like, oh, I have to get this clearly. And Bar Garwin says, I ordered a hat. I have now spent almost $100 on a hat. Hey, good hats are actually pricey. You don't know it because you're used to being like, oh, I'll spend like $5 on a hat. But like a good hat is actually pricey. But I want to know what your hat is like. I'm getting distracted. So check it out. Call of Cthulhu Berlin, the Wicked City, unveiling the mythos in Weimar, Berlin. Whoosh. So, right. Ooh, a top hat. Top hats are nice. A good hat is like a good suit. It's pricey. Anyone here read the Twitter thread about English cheap kebab shops? I didn't, but I do love a cheap kebab shop. Yes, so, and it's got like a nice little like ribbon for your placeholder and everything. And Mr. Game and Frog, yes, right? This is a great setting for Cthulhu. So exciting. And I do love me some 19, like, good times. Of course, I would want to play all the music, and I don't know if they would let me, although most of it's German. Maybe the internet wouldn't catch it. I don't know. Top hat is the only way to go. In Oklahoma, in the Oklahoma college town I live in, has a drive-through liquor store, but I assume you can only get low point beer there. Maybe. Weird Vector says, my high school experience was defined by late night McD's runs and deep convos in the car. Still love existential talks in drive-through parking lots. Oh, I think it's tricky because we're going to go with like a Denny's or like a Red Lions or an IHOP, although I didn't actually do lots and lots of hanging out in cars. But if I did, it was probably going to be in like a Red Lions, an IHOP, or a Denny's. But, you know, I will say this. And it does have a good page count. That's very exciting. Mr. Toad says, I've been writing a Cthulhu scenario that takes place in Serbia in the opening hours of the Austro-Hungarian invasion of World War I. That sounds amazing. I was at a Gen Con. I played in a Call of Cthulhu adventure that was set during the Troubles in Ireland in the 1920s, and that was really good. Drive-through beer and wine stores are a staple in PA. Well, that's interesting, Levi. Please post a link, Anarchdevy, in Discord. There's the drive-through margarita in Texas. And Bar Garden went to a Culver's typically. See, mine were similar. Fast food at the beach, in the bed of my pickup, talking shit. Oh, that's nice. And I got Dungeon Fantasy Monsters 2, right? Powered by GURPS, which comes with these really cool monster cards. Fun times. No, this is a little notebook is what it is. Sorry. It's a cool little, like, it's a pocket journal. That's what this is. I should open this for you. It's like a little pocket journal that came with it. Wait. Give me a second. I don't know why. So like a little pocket journal, so you can take your notes. Woo! And a little pocket in the back, so you can put some stuff in there. Like, that's exciting. I know a drive-through lobster shack, fresh cooked full lobsters, but I live in Maine. Oh yeah. And then I also got, because I kickstarted this, this is Bastion, which is an Afrocentric sword and sorcery setting for Mythic D6, which I have never played, Mythic D6. And I also got the Mythic D6 game rules. And I have to sort of like figure out what it's like and how I feel about it. But what's interesting about the Mythic D6 book is that it starts, and I wish more games would do this. I think this is pretty cool. It has got it starts with, this is page 5, right? It says getting started. Woo, there we go. It starts with a solo scenario, right? You look at 4 little pages, and there is a solo scenario where it's like a little choose your own adventure, right? But it teaches you the mechanics of the game as you go through it. It's really short, but it's a little short scenario, and that means I'm very likely to do that. Like, I will go and play through like a couple pages worth of a solo scenario and learn the rules of a game, and I feel like more games should do that. That seems like a really good idea. I like it. AnarchW deleted my Kickstarter account. Here's what's happening. I have not deleted my account, but I'm not going to back anything, and I have to make my because I've got things that are still in the pipeline, and I don't want to sort of undo for those people. I've got three Kickstarters currently going, but I'm gonna go and tell them that I'm not gonna give them any money until they recognize their union, is what I'm gonna do. Javai says, any non-Eurocentric setting has my attention on that basis alone. And it looks really interesting. So I have to plan to go to Big Bad Con next year. So right, I'm not going to Big Bad Con this year because I'm going to Geek Girl Con this year. So maybe the year after I can switch it up and go to Big Bad Con instead, because the thing is, I can't just fly out to the West Coast all over the time, because this is also academic conference season, so I have to make sure it doesn't overlap with the academic conference that we have every year. So my favorite thing in a rule book is where they print out a dialogue of GM talking to a player. Oh, I love that too, right? Like, I love like maybe a choose your own adventure thing, or the kind of conversations. I do love when they do those conversations, and they don't do that as much anymore. Yeah, I like it. Whenever that happens, that always makes me happy in a game, and I'm always very pleased with that. Let's see. Big Bad Con does sound like Trooper's Scene. Yeah, I want to. Toad says, I'd love if there were active cosplayers at academic conventions. So, Big Band Con. I thought it was Big Bad Con. Like Big Bad Leroy Brown? Hey-oh, Wild Engineer. Wait, no, seriously though, right? Is it not? I thought it was Big Bad Con. Hey, be right. Right, like Big Bad like the wolf? As opposed to Big Band, which would also be pretty awesome, because then we'd get like everybody in zoot suits. And I have a zoot suit in my closet, so then I just go and, wear my zoot suit at the Big Band Con, and we'd talk about Duke Ellington. And that would be pretty amazing. But Big Band Con also sounds like my scene, and it is. That's the thing in Bar Garwin. A Big Band Con would totally be my scene, and I would go and I'd wear my zoot suit, and it would be pretty epic, is all I'm going to say about that. I need to put these books somewhere. I will put these here. For the moment. I should organize a Big Band Con. I'm in the mood for a con, simply because you're near me. Funny, but when you're near me, I'm in the mood for a con. We are talking Big Bad Con and how I should go. Talk about Duke Ellington while we have a dry martini and a jazz cigar. Yes, Toad. I think, yeah, I just have to organize it, because at the end of October, beginning of November timeframe is when the American Musicological Society has their conference, and I just have to make sure that everything is sort of set up in a way that I can do it. Just so you know what you're missing, Storybrewers is running a Good Society LARP. Oh, thanks, Iffy. Thanks for making me feel bad. That's great. Wild Engineer says, Big Bad Con is going to be my first TTRPG gaming con. Oh, wow. Gen Con was my first, and that was only like 5 years ago, or 4 years ago. Growing up, I didn't go to gaming cons because they were always Origins and Gen Con really far away from California, and as a kid, I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? I was... I'm sorry you couldn't sign up for it, Iffy. Right, like as a kid, I could never afford to go to a big convention, so I never went. And then when I hit 18, I joined the army and left the country, and I didn't get back until I was 25. And then I was an undergraduate, then a graduate student. And as a student, I was not affording to go to cons out in the middle of the other side of the country either. And Bar Garwin says, growing up, I didn't know about cons. I'd heard about them. Like, I read about them in, like, Dragon magazine, but I couldn't go. Toad says, I haven't been to a con in 20 years. Travel's a prohibitive cost me. That's the thing. Travel's pricey. I mean, I suppose it's good enough. I mean, I suppose it's good that we're getting more cons in more places, I suppose. But I don't know how many of them are gaming cons, right? NRW says, I would love to see more non-European historical settings. My interest goes quickly if you can act like a thug with a knife as a non-threat and ignore him. I like it when even with all magic and super tech people still act like a normal person. I totally get that. There needs to stop being cons, classist constructs of capitalism. Yeah, I suppose people could just not meet up and make community, Krellin, and everyone can just be by themselves and not see each other. But I mean, I think the original cons were not these big, huge classist constructs of capitalism. They were people who wanted to meet together, right? Who sort of got together and wanted to see each other. And many of them were not like super pricey. They were very local. People, like I went to some sci-fi cons right in San Francisco in the Bay Area in the early 80s, and they were just like, you know, they were basically meetups in these sort of circuits. Atomica says, the last con I went to was a steampunk festival in Waltham. Oh, well, that sounds cool. Toad says, we have an anime convention in my city every year. They kind of group all the nerd hobbies into it. It's interesting because when I was in Germany, I would go to these, if he says, I mean, there are cons and there are cons. And this is true, right? Like there are these like little local, like there's a local one in the Boston area called maybe Arisia, maybe? I think that's what it's called. And like I think there's a difference between like cons and cons. And also I would say the other thing too about cons is that they are those little things are conventions, not cons. Krellin, this is interesting. There's no convention season, it's con season. I'm pondering this. I feel like what you're telling me is that when it gets too large, then it becomes a con. Y'all. We're gonna play that in the woods. That's what we're gonna do. I'm telling you. At least I'm putting it on. Have I ever been to an ACL? I have not been to an ACL. What does it stand for? Ooh. We're jumping around the buildings right now is what we're doing. What's an ACL? What's an ACL? I want to know. Antarctica, you as a regular person have like 4 HP. Good tabletop and gaming meetups are probably more common in bigger cities. Oh, Austin City Limits. Ooh. Yeah. I know Austin City Limits because we're going to go in here. What? I've got weird things in my journal. Austin City Limits, I know because they used to televise Austin City Limits. Back in the day, you could see like on PBS or like, I don't know. I think it was look at all these rats. I think it was mostly PBS where you could see. Oh, what is this? I'm in a new place, everyone. I don't even know what this is. And they used to show it like I think you could maybe watch it on PBS, Austin City Limits. We just found a new place. I could hide in here until whoever lives here gets back, and possibly give them a heart attack, or get shot in the face with a gun. What am I doing in here? What am I doing with my life? I'm sitting in a stranger's closet in a nearly vacant building. I could just stay in here. Just forever be here forever. Oh, wow. May, you've got some stuff going on. I'm just mad that there's this span of several months where my plans have to change every week because of this some gathering of some thousands of people disrupting the schedules of tens of thousands. That's fair. The number of people disrupted by cons is at least a degree of magnitude larger than those benefited by them. Actually, no, I would love to see Austin City Limits. I would love that. I think that would be super fun. One of these days, you're right, I've got to go there. Although it's interesting, right? Because before I started hanging out on Twitch in the TTRPG spaces, cons never affected me at all, right? Because I just never went, and nobody I knew was really going to cons, and it just never impacted my life in any way ever. So it's interesting how moving into different spaces all of a sudden changes things. Do you know what I mean? Like that's oh, I'm Bar Garwin. If I'm in Austin, I will totally hit you up, because I would love to have a local show me the city and see what it's like. That seems amazing. Carl says, and you've never lived in a place where there were cons. I have. I mean, there are cons in San Francisco, but they often don't impact you. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Who was that? Hold on. I need to get my cursor back for a moment. San Francisco did have cons back in the day, but they were kind of small, and I don't think where's my cursor? And I don't think they really impacted us very much. Grinny, thank you for the host. Also, I don't go anywhere, right? So, and if you're in a place where there are cons, that cons disrupt your life with increased traffic, right? See, this is the thing, right? Boston has got a Comic-Con, and it's got Anime Fest, and I think it's got some kind of PAX, right? Grinny, I miss you. Hey, Grinny! Hi! I just wanted to tell you that. Yeah, right. Boston gets PAX East and Anime Fest Boston. I don't know if they've got stuff, right? But as Krellin points out, I never go anywhere, so it doesn't really impact my life. Also, I think that I feel like if your city is better set up for that, then maybe it's less of an impact if your city has got a good infrastructure, but maybe some places don't. How one attends a con is definitely affected by involvement in the various inner circles communities. Javai says, I mean, you may not have registered them as being related to cons, and I would also argue that cons have grown larger from a very limited understanding, so cons from before you joined Twitch TTRPG community, they may have been less disruptive. I think that's probably also true. Cons have clearly gotten much bigger. I mean, if Kurase were here, she would tell you about the ways in which Comic-Con has changed, right? Because she grew up, I've got a bunch of people, Krellin asked me to name a good city with a good infrastructure. Krellin, or at least one where it's more, where the con impacts you less, in the sense that, like, I'm never impacted by what goes on with Boston Convention Center. Like, I don't even know. I don't even care. That's not even in my face. But I think my town can barely harm the weekly farmer's market that is a few thousand square feet of stands. How are you, my friend? The last time I was here, you had loud students, you know. Pittsburgh is very good with surge traffic because sports are so huge. Oh, right, that's true, because sports is also a thing. Is it like a town that can deal with like heavy, like, I don't know how Indianapolis is. It seems as if Gen Con is, it seems as if Indianapolis is sort of built up for conventions. But here's what I want to say is that Karase, who lives in San Diego, she and there's like a group of people, the San Diego Gamer Crew, where they have gone to Comic-Con since it started, or, you know, just for ages and ages. And they really, it's to the point now Comic-Con has gotten so big that a lot of them can't even go anymore because they can't get tickets. Whereas it, like, because it didn't used to be so huge, San Diego Comic-Con, and now it is this massive, massive thing. So it's, right, it's interesting the ways in which having that history allows you to see certain changes. But apparently it was much, much different back in the day. Yeah. Where does this person pee? Yeah, Comic-Con is a weird spectacle, has a lot of off-site events too. Indy felt pretty surge compatible. I'd say New York Comic-Con is hard to get tickets for. I bet that's true. But also, I mean, I think there's also a question about like how many, I think Indianapolis, when I was there last time, they told me that Indianapolis is the third largest convention city in the United States. I don't know what number 1 and number 2 are. That I can't say. Right, so I don't know. But I also think they take over parking lots for promotional stuff. It's crazy. Ooh. Also, it's interesting because, you know, I go to this convention every year. Wrong word, conference. I go to this conference every year, the American Musicological Society's conference, and Baron Tor says Vegas is number 1 for sure. Yeah, that's yeah. That makes a lot of sense. Baron Tor, I totally buy that. Well, Maze, you know that building where the rats are rat babies? I was kind of wandering around it and I just found this empty space where someone is squatting, and so I'm there. Where does this person pee? It's dark in here. I suppose we should leave it. Rat babies. Whoever lives here is certainly a churchgoer. 5 saints. Grandmama had it set up like this. Last time I saw her. Icons are for keeping the good in and the bad out. This is the super important info that I retained from years of Sunday school. In the end, Grandmama died while the saints watched. It was time. And they weren't saints anyway. They were pictures. Pour one out for Grandmama. Wow. May, you've got some depression going on, May. Who lives here? It's like just a room. 1 fridge, 1 dresser, 1 lamp, 1 bed, 1 window, 1 door. I guess that makes 2 ways out. This would be creepy if it wasn't so spooky. I also think, so like I was saying that I go to these conferences, right? Look at all these rats everywhere. I go to these conferences, and the thing about academic conferences is that I think one of the, there are really big conferences, like the MLA, which is the Modern Language Association, which is for all the people who do literature. So they're massive, and I'm pretty sure whatever is the Historical Society, the American Historical Society, or whatever they're called, American Historical Association, I'm sure they're really large. But I'm at the American Musicological Society, and we're not that big of a conference. I mean, we're big enough that we don't go to a bed and breakfast. We have to go to like an actual hotel of some size, but I don't think we have much of an impact on the city around us because we basically stay entirely in the hotel. Like we go to some hotel and then we use the conference rooms in the hotel, and that's it. So I imagine there are a lot of places that have conferences all the time and it never impacts the place much at all. I didn't know spooky and creepy were opposites. Krellin, I'm with you there. I mean, and Bar Garwin says, other than lacking a stove, it looked like basically everything you need. I think that's fair. That's what we're all doing for Big Bad Con. It's like a big sleepover. No more with rats for me. I already like it for that. You probably eat out. See, here's the thing. So, see, okay. Barantor and Krellin have two points. Barantor says you probably eat out of the hotel, though, and Krellin says, nah, you eat the hotel restaurants or the event is catered. So mostly, I think what most people do is they eat out of the hotel restaurant because it's just faster. They don't, because the events are usually really, really packed. Like there's not a lot of time. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of time is what I'm trying to tell you. Oop. Do I need anything else up here? Maybe not. So we don't usually have a lot of time in between the panels. So people usually grab food and also I feel like I should tell you no, normally you don't send people to get food for you. The hotels don't like it if you bring food in. They find that sketchy. Like they might complain about it if you did. But even though the hotels don't like it, we've been avoiding Greg a little bit, so we're going to talk to him a little bit. So normally, did I go down here? What do I do? I feel like there's nothing new up in here. Hotels don't like it, motels don't care, and that is the truth. So what I was going to tell you also, is there anything here for us to hang out in? Right, food. So conferences, so like a good academic conference is usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, usually. Sometimes stuff happens on Wednesday, like sometimes there's Wednesday stuff that happens, but it's often like the bulk of the conference is Thursday through Sunday, and they usually start, like I don't usually go to panels before 9 in the morning because I go to bed at 2, but they'll usually start, like there'll often be breakfast meetings at 7 or 8 in the morning, and usually they go all night, at least the AMS does, until like 11 o'clock at night. So you're usually in the hotel going to panels and papers and doing all of that from like at least 8 in the morning to 11 o'clock at night, and you do that then every night, and then sometimes there might be like a concert or something. Hey Rissa, we were talking about you. We were talking about how you would know the ways in which San Diego Comic-Con has changed over the last over the last decade or two, over the last time period. So how it started off kind of small and now it is this like massive thing that old locals can't really go to anymore. I feel like you can speak to that. So like it's super long and people usually just eat in the hotel restaurants. I, on the other hand, do like to give more money back to the local economy, so I do try to go out to dinner, not at the conference hotel, also because hotel restaurants are super pricey. So it depends. When I was in Houston, we were the conference was at Houston once, and Houston's downtown doesn't really have anything, and like if it's not the hotel, like everything shuts down in Houston's downtown, so you had to stay at the hotel. But in San Antonio, I went to restaurants all over because that was really great. So I try to go to restaurants outside of the hotel, usually because it's cheaper and the food's more interesting, but sometimes you just don't have the time. Amazing to think these things used to run. Kind of amazing they're still down here too. No way to get them out of here, I guess. This place sure was something a long time ago. Oh, this was like a subway. Huh. So this was a subway that flooded. Yeah, we had a whole really interesting fast food debate. What are these kids doing? So like, are you always together? Yeah, I guess. That's cool. Friends are cool. Safer. Safer? Yeah, like the buddy system. Safety in numbers. You're a little paranoid, you know that? Kid, you don't even know. Anyone hear anything about anyone around here missing? Yeah, actually. There's some girl I know online. She hasn't been on since Harfest. Okay, well, I think we might need a bit more than that. Oh, you also missed my show and tell. Discussion about fast food and also show and tell, Rissa. Okay. Is she from here? I could ask my aunt. Someplace called Mulvey? Mulvey? You know someone from Mulvey? Yeah? Do you know where Mulvey is? Do you know what Mulvey is? No? I heard about Mulvey. My dad drives a bread truck. Mulvey used to be one of his stops. What happened? He don't stop there no more. They had to pay some other guy to do it. Sounds about right. What's Mulvey? I'll take you out there this weekend. Don't. It'll be fine. We'll just drive through. I need to go get back in the sun now. Also, what's Mulvey? Like, what happened in Mulvey? There's clearly things that I don't even know that I want to know about. And I feel like I feel like they're not telling me the things I need to know. That's all. We're gonna walk this way a little bit, sort of catch ourselves up. Right where we're hanging out. There's the video store. Okay, we're good. Rissa. Tell us about... There's a lot of shut down buildings here. Hello, El Volganta. How are you? Welcome in. We're playing the Night in the Woods and talking about all the things. Specifically, I want Rissa to tell us how San Diego Comic-Con has changed over... Oh, and speak of the devil, Rissa says, that's true. Comic-Con in 1986 was a very different animal. We would complain about the line going around the block for the Civic Center, and now it's this insane thing down and around and over the convention center. 150K people come to San Diego for the weekend. It's a major deal. This game here is Night in the Woods. It is... So I do this thing every year where I play the games that were nominated for Excellence in Narrative by the Independent Game Festival, and I play all the nominees in the winner, and we went through all of the nominees for 2018, and this is the game that won it. And I realized that we're almost at the end of 2019, so like that's a little awkward. Wah, wah. We'll see how that goes. But, you know, that's the thing that happens. But this is a game about this cat here, May, who is, so this is set in small town deindustrializing America, a town called Possum Springs, which is probably in Western PA. And May is our little punk rock anthropomorphic cat who left the small town that she grew up in to go to college, but she has dropped out of college for reasons we don't know. Ooh, somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Hello, Axiluz. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a P, Phi, and a Mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Nerdsmith, Merdsmith, Bo Birdsmith, Banana, Fana, Fo Ferdsmith, Fee, Fa, Mo Merdsmith. Nerdsmith. Hey everybody. This is the thing I have to tell you. That's Nerdsmith. Nerdsmith thank you so much for I need my there's my cursor. Y'all, that's Nerdsmith. And Nerdsmith is awesome. We are Nerdsmith. They're really cool. They do lots of really great things. And wait, that's not it. Oh wait, I want to do this. Wait, it's streamer, and then we are, I think I got it right. Nerdsmith. No, that wasn't it. Is it wait. Streamer. Wait, I got this. I got my commands. Wait. Nerd. That's not. Wait. Nerd Smith. Yes. I got it. Everybody, that's Nerdsmith. We are Nerdsmith. They're the Nerdsmith, and they're super, super cool, and you should all check them out. I got it. I was like, I can do commands. They're really awesome, and they've got podcasts and a range of shows, and they're very cool people, and they may even also know about the ways in which life at San Diego Comic-Con has changed. They're very, very cool, and you should check them out 100%. And We Are Nerdsmith asks, when I'm doing a Twitch Sings stream, here's the thing, I can't do Twitch Sings because it's not Mac compatible. How is that for no fun, right? That's no good at all. So that makes me sad. However, I have committed to singing a song on the banjo every Saturday for every Saturday stream, because I need to practice the banjo and I have not been practicing it. So I thought I'm going to try to sort of tell you all, I'm saying to you all that I should be playing a song every Saturday and singing for you all. And so this way, at least I sort of force myself to either be shamed or get my practice in. So, and I've been practicing, so I feel like I've got, it's not fluid where I want, but I've got the song for Saturday and I have to practice it again. But we're going to do it and it'll be really good. But, oh good, I'm good. You should all follow them because they're really good. So, Be Right UK just donated 250 bits. And for those of you who do not know what happens when somebody donates bits or tips, I sing the song We're in the Money, but as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I sing it in Pig Latin. So, Irway and hey, the anime. Irway and hey, the anime. Eve at gale at way of way at wakes te ute at gale young well. Irway and hey, the anime. Either I skays or ani say. Old man the 80 and pray, uyare oo trivius te aswayong reo. Ewe every eat red lands lay of wed brands lay te day. And when we see the end Lord will look laugh the eye get in the IA. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Woo! I'm feeling super good about that right now. There's one little bit that I need to re-listen to. There's one little bit that I was I think that she's dropping a syllable in one of these moments, and I want to make sure that I get it so I can get the rhythm just right. But I feel like I'm right on it. And thank you, Be Right, for those bits, because that's exciting. Yeah, we've got the best form of Latin. El Vulganta knows. Pig Latin is the best Latin. Oh, I don't think so you have to know, I have to tell you this because you don't know this. This is a thing that you should know. I promised, somebody's watching me and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Thank you for that follow, El Vulganta. Thank you. So I have to tell you, how long I've been working on that on We're in the Money by the We're in the Money in Pig Latin. I've been working on that so long because I've been you have to listen to it, because the thing is, Ginger Rogers is amazing at Pig Latin and you really have to work it out. It's not easy at all. Rissa says, it's very comforting to join your stream today. I was unexpected, very sick last night, and your voice is very soothing. Oh, Rissa, I'm so sorry that you were sick, but I'm glad you're here with us because it's always nice to have you here, and you can hang out with us in the foxhole. You know, there was a thing I was going to tell you. I remember when I taught my cousin Pig Latin, and he got in trouble in school because he thought it was a secret, and he was going around shouting "Ukfe Uye" at the librarian. Here's the thing. I bet the librarian knows what Pig Latin is. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Also, Rissa, do you have like soup? Do you have ginger ale? Do you have the kinds of things that you need to make you feel better? Because sleep would be helpful. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can give a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bow at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Javai, 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 Boba Vi, Banana, Fana, Fofa Vi, Fee, Fi, Mo, Mavai. Javai. Thank you so much for that gift sub, We Are Nerdsmith. That is so exciting. Now, that's right. Now you have all of the great emotes that we have here, right? Which is so water and Advil. Ooh, Rissa. Water and Advil does not sound good. You should try, depending on what you got going on. I had a doctor who told me if you're really not in the great space, Gatorade, but like just one shot, like a shot glass of Gatorade every hour can help you to sort of keep you from being dehydrated if you're like not holding things down. And people, you can often sort of hold that. And brat diet, bananas, rice, applesauce, and toast, right? Oh, maybe a little bit of ginger ale. Think about it. And sleep. Felt very guilty calling out today at work, but no, don't feel guilty. If you are sick, you are sick, and do not go to work if you're sick. You're sick. I don't mean that in terms like you're sick and twisted, like, you know, twisted sister, you got to fight for your right, you know, all that business. But I just mean you're not going to take it anymore. But I just mean if you're sick, you should stay home. Toad's like, I'm sick and twisted. Yes. Oh, but maybe you, well, oh, Rissa, you didn't get to see it because you were not here, but I wanted to show you. Don't ever feel guilty to call out to work as an employer. You have the right to do it. And if your employer makes you feel guilty, they are jerks. And that is true. I agree with We Are Nerdsmith. If you go to work while ill, you are hurting your coworkers. If you are simply insane, you should go to work. Rissa is indeed a Cthulhu gym. Rissa, look what I got. Look what I got. Here, I'll put it in the big screen. Big screen. Oh, right? Call of Cthulhu, Berlin, Weimar, Berlin. I'm just saying, how exciting is that? How exciting is that? Boom, is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm very excited for that myself, and I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, Wild Engineer, and for those of you who do not know, my dissertation was written about Weimar Germany, about the transition from Weimar to Nazi Germany, sort of cabaret, that kind of stuff. And so I was looking through it and I was like, ooh, they've done their research. I was like, oh, and they know they're like, oh, like some people who are not even super like well known, like they don't have just like, you know, Marlene Dietrich, but they have like Margot Leon. They've got a bunch of people in there. So their history is well done, is what I would say. Well, hold on now. Krellin says that because you want the R not taken off, right? Yes, you want it to be Brellin, Frellin, and Mrellin, not Bellin, Felon, and Melon, but Mrellin is like really hard to say. I feel like you can just take the first phonic and I think it's okay. I do. Be right. Did you know that we have a podcast that runs VTM in late 80s Germany? No way. I want to know that. We are Nerdsmith. I need to know that. I need to know what the name of that shit, because late 80s Germany, I need to listen to that badly. Clearly. Rissa says, my team lead is awesome, and I just had a lot on the counter today that other people have to pick up. I understand, but if you're really sick. Toad says, my mom works for a sterilization department at a local hospital, and they can't call out sick unless they have someone to cover their shift, and then it's unpaid time off. Ooh, that's no good, Toad. That's no good. He's the only streamer who actually came very close to my name, Elvolganta, right? No, yes? Maybe? Take the Momelon! Next month, I'm subbing as Melon, so I get Moellen. That's true, because according to the rules, if the first two letters are ever the same, you drop them both, then say the name, like Bob. Bob dropped the B's Bo-Ob or Fred. Fred dropped the F's Faux Red or Mary. Mary dropped the M's Mo-Airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Actually, hold on. Wait a minute. I don't think it would be Mrellin. No, it would. That's right, it would. That's right. Definitely sick. May I ask Stacey to pick up some ginger ale? Oh yeah, get ginger ale. Ginger ale always makes everything feel better. This is right what we've learned. I feel like I was saying something to you all who I love. Yes. Oh, I wanted to tell you one other thing. I forgot to tell you this back when we were at the show and tell part of the stream. I went and I got the solo RPG bundle. There was a little bundle on itch.io, which might still be running. And it's all games for one person, RPGs for one person. And I got them, and I thought I could play some on my channel. So on those months that I'm not getting a solo game with other folks, I could do a solo game just by myself. We could all hang out and check out some of these solo RPGs. Just thought I'd put it out there. I have a Ginger in my D&D campaign. You could borrow him, but would he be good for digestion is the question. Ginger Roger certainly does, so ginger ale must be amazing. This is also fine. So Elvolganta, this game, she dropped out of school. She went back to her hometown, and she just wants it to be back the way it was back in the day, but it clearly isn't because everyone's moved on. And so she's dealing with this town that's in the middle of deindustrialization and going back home again and wanting it to be back the way it was, but it clearly wasn't. And her friends have all changed a little bit. Also, some kind of spooky person is kidnapping people, and we found a severed arm. So there's a little bit of a mystery going on. We're currently in the space of trying to figure out what is happening with this spooky person. Also, We Are Nerdsmith is asking, what is happening in this chat right now? This is true. Javai is correct. You get used to it. Our chat is amazing. We Are Nerdsmith. Not playing the game, Nerdsmith. That's the game. Sometimes that might be the game. I have a question. We Are Nerdsmith. I want to know, do you run on Twitch on Saturday afternoons? Because I want to, Oh, be right. I wanted to tell you something, I think. Because I want to raid you. That's what I want to do. For this month, yes. Trooper is distracted is the default state. Playing the game is the exception. I do get distracted sometimes, but that's because you all say interesting things, and then what am I supposed to do? That's all. Trooper, I'm going to fight an archvillain now. Quick, play the game while distracted. Maybe. We are running Epic Descent into Averno series of one-shots. Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh, speaking of which, Nerdsmith, I need to send you a text message on Discord. I have not forgotten that. It looks like I forgot it because I'm writing my note down, but I haven't forgotten. I have to send you a DM. DM Nerdsmith. I have a DM to send you. That's all. I'm just telling you. Get those arcade coins. Oh, it's true. If you want to distract me, actually, just any music will do it, and then I'm distracted. That happens like that. I don't even. It is life. And look, it's not that I'm easily distracted. It's just that I'm easily distracted. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I could not be easily distracted, but then people say interesting things and then I'm distracted. So I feel like, okay, so good thing of a nice singing voice that maybe, I suppose that's true. Is there any musical you prefer the movie version of? Yes. That is an easy question to answer. Oh my gosh, we are Nerdsmith. That's not, that is so, yes. Without a doubt, I would say Krellin knows the answer to this question. Chicago. Chicago, give me 1 second. I'm gonna come over here for a moment. Chicago I like better than the musical version, no doubt, 100%. And there are reasons for this. One of the reasons is that the original version is Javai, or we can just ask for recommendations for anything really, and you get a 30-minute tangent. That does happen. Wait, no, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go back to the game. I just want to finish the Chicago thing. So the thing about the musical, the sort of the stage musical of Chicago, is that Bob Fosse hates human beings. Like, Bob Fosse does not like people very much. And he does certain things in the stage musical that are kind of sketchy in his process. He doesn't like his audience, right? He's kind of a little bit mean-spirited towards his audience, and he likes to sort of get his audience in ways that are sometimes not cool at all. And Queen Latifah in Chicago's Mama Morton is just like amazing. But he does this thing where Sister Mary Sunshine, or, you know, what's her face, she's actually played by a man in the stage version, but the audience is not told that, and they do all this work to obscure the fact the person who was playing Mary Sunshine was the reporter, was a man. And so they do the whole thing, and at one point in time Billy Flynn like pulls off the wig and reveals that Mary Sunshine was a man all along, and it's somehow supposed to be like some kind of sign of deception. So it's super creepy. Like, it's sort of transphobic and sort of like mean-spirited, and they just cut that from the movie version. So I think the movie version is way better, one, because it doesn't dislike its audience in a way that Fosse often dislikes his audience. I mean, he's an amazing choreographer, but he doesn't like his audience. He also doesn't like himself. He's full of self-hatred. And yes, the stage version has got like some great people in it, but I'm just gonna say the movie version is tops. And Catherine Zeta-Jones, as if he points out, is amazing. She's so great. I think she was actually the Welsh tap dancing champion one year, so she's really good. Renee Zellweger, who I'm sort of like iffy on, was also really good in that film. I mean, it was just overall, I mean, it was really well done. And I loved that the music was diegetic, but though I like how they sort of flip in between and out, sort of like the in-world and sort of fantasy spaces. I thought it was really good. So, no, Sweeney Todd is not, the movie version of Sweeney Todd was not making me happy. So I would say no on the Sweeney Todd movie, yes on the Chicago movie. Those are things that I'm saying. That is all true statements. But here's the thing. I actually like movie musicals. I know that some people are like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But Ifrithiel has no relation to Renee Zellweger. Lansbury. No, we're talking, Krellin, we're talking about the Johnny Depp Sweeney Todd movie, not the filmed version of the stage production with Angela Lansbury and George Hearn, which is amazing. Like, that's such a great one. That's so good. Cabaret was not one of the ones I enjoyed, though. That's fair. Sacha Baron Cohen's performance was very good. The problem was the directing I didn't think was very good. I didn't think that I think Tim Burton made some poor directorial choices, and I didn't like Johnny Depp as Sweeney Todd. I did like, what's-her-face as Mrs. Lovett, Helena Bonham Carter. I liked her. I liked Sacha Baron Cohen. There were like quite a few things about the film that I did like, but I did not like the direction, is what I would say. That was not a thing that I enjoyed. I thought it was questionable. I'd love to have a film version of Hamilton 2. I'd be interested to see how it works. What's interesting to me is that there's some musicals that do really interesting things with minimal sets, and so I thought that Hamilton, they didn't have the range. They didn't have the range. Speaking of Burton, did you know he snuck a black Harvey Dent into Batman? Oh, that's cool. Oh. Tim Burton has some hot takes. One of the things I really loved about the Angela Lansbury filmed version of Sweeney Todd, like the filmed stage version, is that you get to see the sets and how they move around space, which was so cool. I loved seeing that. I still love that particular version. I love that a lot. It has been confirmed that it has been filmed, and the clips I've seen I've loved. I would love to see the rest of it. Oh, I wonder when it's going to be released. Huh. It was okay. It could not hold a candle to the stage version, Sweeney. I don't think it was snuck. I believe he intended for him to play Two-Face at some point. Oh, that's interesting. It's just the campaign poster scene, but the dent is black. Oh, that's very cool. The thing about, so if you want to know, one of the problems I had with, come back here for a moment. One of the problems I had with the film version of Sweeney Todd, right? One of the problems I had is that they cut a lot of the music. And he's like, oh, well, we just couldn't do all of the music, blah, 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 blah. But here's the problem. Structurally, he cut almost all the music except for Sweeney stuff. The stuff he kept the beggar woman's singing, but he cut all the choral stuff. And here's the problem, right? Here's the problem with cutting most of the choral stuff, but keeping the principals and the beggar woman, is that because the beggar woman sings, then you know she's important. And so I went to go and see it with somebody who had never seen it before, didn't know anything about it. And he guessed immediately the beggar woman was Lucy because she was singing, and therefore that highlighted her importance. And if you get the full score of Sweeney Todd, a lot of people are singing, so it makes her stand out less, so that you're less likely to guess, right? That sort of reveal. So I think it was a poor choice, and I didn't think it was a good choice. I think he should have either cut the beggar woman singing or kept more of the sort of large group singing to make it work better. That would be my, and that's like a narrative point. So that would be like my one point about the Sweeney thing. Also, I would say that Sweeney, that there was a little bit too much like the director being like, look how cute I am. And I didn't like, Rissa says, one of Stacy's favorites is Jesus Christ Superstar. Oh, our favorite Jesus is John Legend. Favorite Judas with Tim Minchin. Have you heard of the version with the Indigo? I have heard of the version with the Indigo Girls. That was called, what was it called? It was called something else. And I really wanted to see it. I think there's a CD out with this, I really want to see it. I want to see, the Indigo Girls version, but I also want to see the version by Peaches Christ Superstar, because that seems like it would be amazing. So those are all things I want to see. And I remember seeing the old Jesus Christ Superstar from back in the day. I saw it a long, long time ago, and I really enjoyed it. I quite liked that one, but I haven't seen that one since ages. Now, Krellin, I think Jesus Christ Superstar is one of Krellin's favorite musicals, I believe. Yeah, and Jer points out if you cut her singing, she becomes a Deus Ex Machina at the end, which is why I think you just have to keep all the singing in, right? Because keeping all the singing in sort of camouflages her importance a little bit, and sort of, I just think it's better. I think it's better not to cut all the rest of the music. That's all. Oh my God, Peaches Christ may have been a new favorite swear. Peaches Christ, because Peaches is amazing. Because I think you're right. Ooh, this is why I beat, Atomica says, this is why I beat Night in the Woods before Trooper, but I adore these conversations. This is true. Atomica was at one point in time worried that watching the stream would give him spoilers, but I don't think that's accurate. I don't think that's accurate at all. The 2000 London one, oh, I didn't get to see that. Right now, we're hanging out, meeting our friends, and this is Angus, who is the boyfriend of our best friend, Greg. Hey, May. Oh, I'm not even. Where's my cursor? Hey, dude. Totally. What's up? Nothing. You okay? Yep. Okay. Sorry. Don't mind me. I'm strange. Ian Gillan was my favorite Jesus. Hey, that's good. Now I have to make sure I don't spoil Atomica. Oh, see, I think he's weirded out by the weird ghost we saw last time. That's all. I think, you know, there... Oh, okay, but then we're talking about movie musicals, right? And there are a number of movie musicals that were only movie musicals, that were not movie musicals, and I also quite like them. Almost been here an hour, and all he's completed so far is walking up some stairs and walking down the street. This is true. This does happen to me sometimes, where sometimes this does happen. That's all. I've not seen Repo the Genetic Opera, but I know that I need to. Also, what's going on here? Who? Oh, hey, people. I should talk to those people. I haven't seen it yet, but I know that I need to because I've heard really good things about it. But it's entertaining, and the first word is academic, so you're going to learn. It's true. Jaws proves that Murray is the only singer in the family. Oh. Yeah. There was another one. Hold on. In terms of movie musicals that were not stage musicals, gosh, there's so many. I really enjoyed, of course, Xanadu. It's one of my childhood favorites. Love Xanadu. I also really enjoyed Streets of Fire, because that's a weird one. That's with Michael Paré and Diane Lane and what's his face, who played Jesus in The Last Temptation of Christ. What's his face? He was Jesus in The Last Temptation of Christ. Super square jawed. Not John Malkovich. People. Right? Kind of weird looking. I don't think he's super weird, but everyone thinks he's weird looking. He was the star. He was the lead. He played Jesus in The Last Temptation of Christ. Willem Dafoe. Thank you, El Volganta. Thank you. Willem Dafoe was the villain in Streets of Fire. I liked that one quite a lot. Willem Dafoe. Trooper, I told you I was fighting an archvillain. I'm sorry, Krellin. Sorry. Sorry, I distracted you. I think that these creatures, these people who are, I think these are the musicians from our dreams, and I think they're hanging out by these windmill things. I adore Willem Dafoe too. I think he's a really good actor. I like Willem Dafoe and also Glenn Close. And you're asking me, why am I putting those two people together? And I think the reason why I'm putting them together is because I think they're both really good and have a lot of range and are well respected, but don't actually get the Oscars. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're these people that I feel there's something similar about them, right? There's something similar about them. I feel like they have this kind of, hey, Critwitch. The AV can't kill me, but when I'm distracted, it heals. I'm sorry about the distraction. Like, there's something about both of them that there's this kind of tier of actor that people really like and people respect, but they don't get as much work as they probably should. And also, they just don't get Oscars when they probably also should. Yeah. So, that's what I would say. Yes. So, and I also think that sometimes they get weirdly typecast, even though I think they've got like really good range. So that's also kind of a strange thing. I don't know who else I'd put in that category, because clearly somebody like, right. So like when I think about Glenn Close, I think about Meryl Streep, right? Like I think of Meryl Streep and Glenn Close being very similar, except that Meryl Streep gets all the work and all the Oscars, and Glenn Close gets the nominations, but she never gets the wins, and she gets less work, right? So I think of the Steve Buscemi typecast as the guy who dies, right? So it's this really kind of weird, it's a weird thing where there are these people who are clearly well-respected actors that get serious jobs and get serious work, but they don't get as much. Yeah, like Willem gets a lot of strange roles, right? He gets weird roles sometimes. Steve Buscemi's, I think, another one. Yeah. Yeah, and maybe also, what's his face? The guy, what's his name? He wants more cowbell. His name. The guy, Walken. Thank you. Thank you. Christopher Walken. He's another one that, like, is like... The thing about all these people that we're talking about is that they're not character actors in the sense that they often get leading roles, right? So they are... they're bigger than that, like, random character actor guy on the side or gal on the side, but they also are seen as a little bit weird within Hollywood at the same time. So it's funny, right? Because there are people who are like seriously just like character actors on the side, but they are sort of bigger than that. Oh, so this is interesting. Toad says, I think Christopher Walken gets snubbed a lot because of his open heroin addiction. That's really interesting. Oh. Yeah, I think that because, again, right, it's tricky because these Oscars are voted on by your peers. And so if your peers don't like you or they feel uncomfortable, then they'll snub you and then you don't get it. And then that's interesting, right? B. Wright says they're not character actors, but they are characters. And that is true. That is true. May says, whoa, what are you doing up here? What are you doing up here? I live here? On the roof? No, in town. Noted. You're gonna fall and kill yourself. Noted. I'm like trying to see the town from above. Oh, okay. Gonna draw a map of town center. Don't they have maps? Like, they make them with satellites? From space? I like making them. They're delightful. I like maps. Everything's so tiny. Right? Well, okay, well, be careful. I'm up here because I'm a professional. I have the shoes for it. Okay, thanks. If I see you on the news with a broken spine, just don't say I didn't warn you. I probably won't be saying anything. Oh, right. Good point. Have fun. Well, I'm glad that I ran up here to figure out what's going on. The Oscars are dead to me. They had their chance in 2018. Oh, Oscars. But Walken is still a very good actor, and if he does it whilst on heroin, that's very impressive. You know, that is a good point. I'm running around here. Ooh, what is this? I feel like I'm getting access to more parts of town than before, and I want to know things. Hi again. It's you, kid. I'm actually 20. I'm 38. You're a kid. Okay. How'd you find this place? I mean, I knew this place was up here since I was a kid, but only got up the nerve to break in recently. Why's that? Not getting any younger. And this place could fall any day. You get to a point in life where the number of first evers gets lower, and the number of never agains gets higher. I don't know. I know what you mean. No, you don't. I just met this guy over by the church steps. He was also hanging by himself and playing music. Small world. I told him about you. Playing over here? By your lonesome? Oh, okay. maybe you could play together? Do you know anything about this guy? He's not a murderer. I don't think he's a murderer. Okay, well, thanks. I just, Walken's still a very good actor, right? Yes. There's clearly something going on in this game with prophetic dreams and also music, all of which I know. Can you ever be sure someone's not a murderer? I don't know. So this is the Snack Falcon where our friend is, and we're going to go and see him and talk to him. So that's a thing. But I think we hit all the things we did. So we're gonna just overhear these people, and then we're actually gonna talk to our friend. So I says to her, Mabel, get off the dang table. And she goes, why don't you just climb up here with me? No way. It's true. We both danced on that table, nearly broke the damn thing. Somehow, I can't see it. Well, you had to be there. I really didn't. These guys. That's the Snack Falcon. We're going to go there and find out what's up. But, after. Oh, there's a person walking. Gotta say though, jumping on electrical cables, it seems safe. I mean, is it? Yes, if they're dead and never murdered anyone, they're definitely not a murderer. That's fair. Oh, hey, people to talk to? Creepy people? Elvo Ganta, cats get like 8 chances. It's true, they do. Okay, AV down, distraction enabled. Krellin, distraction enabled. Krellin, you got it. Okay, so here's the thing, everybody. And Krellin doesn't want to hear this, but I feel like I just have to say it anyway. We have a giveaway. Every Thursday I do a giveaway because I have subscribed to the Humble monthly bundle, but not all the games are Mac compatible. So the games that are not Mac compatible, I give away every Thursday. And the giveaway for this Thursday is Pool Panic, which is the world's worst pool simulator, apparently. But here's the thing about this. I always ask Nightbot to just go and sort of pick a winner at random. And in the next 5 minutes, in 5 minutes or so, I'm going to do this giveaway. But here's the thing you need to know. This is a really important thing. Nightbot is obsessed with Krellin, and in a kind of a creepy way, because Nightbot's an AI, but then again, so was Monica yeah. But the point is that, like I say, pick a random person, Nightbot, and then Nightbot picks Krellin, and Krellin doesn't want the game. If the Krellin does want the game, the Nightbot doesn't pick Krellin. So we're gonna just see what happens with our giveaway in about 5 minutes, because I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like, yeah, like Nightbot is like a bit of a troll, and I don't know what to do about that, because Nightbot's hanging out in the background, but it's just Monica. Hey, Angel, this is my friend May. Hey, May, what's up? Cool name. Gracias. Much obliged. Angel's just in town between trains. Going west next. Yeah, then south for the winter. Like a dirty birdie. Down to the Gulf. Lay in the sun. Eat me some crawfish. Actually, Angel, you might be able to answer a question? Just Monica. Shoot, bro. Have you heard anything about a ghost in town? Have you met anyone named Casey out in the rails? We're going to ask about Casey. Toad says, I think sometimes the hex values of the ASCII texts F up the random generator, but I can't prove it. But I've had Nightbot stick on me in some channels for giveaways too. See, Nightbot is like, what's up with Nightbot? That's all. Shouldn't the one in the green jacket have like a goat voice? Maybe, but he seems like he's like a cool tattooed, like rail rider. Let me think. You know what he or she looked like? He looked kind of like me, a little taller, orangish hair. Cool Goat then? Maybe Cool Goat? Nah, man, I don't recollect. But I seen like 1,000 dudes out there. It's okay. I'll tell you what. I'll ask around, and if I find him, or someone who's seen him, I'll say that May from Possum Springs is looking for him. Thanks, that means a lot. I owe you. Nah. It's a cold world, run by the worst people. And good men die for God knows what reason. You gotta take on, like, duties for one another, you know? Yeah. Thanks again. Thank you, Neon Nazgul, for the follow. I'm in OBS right now. Oh, nice. OBS. Hey, what's traveling like? It's good. Never could stay in one spot. I have, like, the exact opposite problem. All right, partner, it's time for me to shove off. See ya, Angel. Stay safe. Adios. I think Angel's gonna die. That's all. Well, that's over. No fun? No fun. Something bad's coming. I know. It's a ghost germ, a real-life ghost. There aren't ghosts. Ghosts aren't a thing. How do you know? My brother would have visited. Ouch. Jeez. Well, dinner time. See ya. Yeah. The whole town is in an existential crisis. True facts. At least we know that she's going to heaven, right? Like, Angel, it's in her name. Although, I feel like technically Lucifer was also an angel, so I feel like one can never say for certain, right? Like, this town is in an existential crisis. Everybody is sad and depressed. That is what this town is about. And we're gonna go see Greg, but before, at the Snack Falcon, not at the Judas Priest germ. I know, right? I was gonna go with Judas Priest. I was gonna go with Peaches Christ. Seasonal snacks. Cruncher, Angry Pepper. Cruncher, Original. Swoop in for a bite. Snakeums. Fruit Ghosts. Fruits Ghost. Generation Fiasco. Snuckle. Yeah. Also, Angel could be a dude. Also true. Angel could be a dude. This is fair. Toad wants some Snakeums. I feel like some Snakeums could be good. So we're gonna do our giveaway right now. We're doing our giveaway, and I need my cursor back. Hey, cursor, where are you? I stole it from Jack Lemmon, sorry. There's my cursor. So I need my cursor so that I can type in and ask Nightbot to pick a winner for us. So, Nightbot, I would like, you make a drink called Fiasco. Are you pessimistic, hateful, or funny? This is a really good question. So I want to have Nightbot pick a winner. Nightbot, be responsible. Don't troll people. Come on, Nightbot, give us a winner. Who's going to get Pool Panic? Atomica! Hey, Atomica! Dap, I've got a giveaway for you. It's Pool Panic. I am going to right now whisper you the thing. I'm gonna whisper it to you. Here. That's not it. Whisper. Congrats, Atomica. This makes me happy. Ooh, Atomica. I don't know if you've ever got one before. Atomica, for you. Pool Panic. I've sent you a whisper, and with the thing so that you can have it. And it's funny because Nightbot was kind of mean to Atomica for a while and kept like banning Atomica, and I was like, Atomica, stop it. But it's the world's least realistic pool simulator. Pardon me. That is how they tell them. That's how they sell themselves. You're welcome. So I can't say what's going on between Atomica and this is a complicated life, and nobody really understands what's going on with Nightbot. Like Nightbot, Yeah, you're welcome, Atomica. When you play Pool Paddock, let us know how it goes and if you like it and what's happening. And, oh, hey, look, there's green Fiasco and red Fiasco. I feel like we want the red Fiasco because I don't know what flavor green is supposed. Oh, although if green is lime, then I want it. Okay, so let's just assume these are Slurpees of some sort, and this is lime and this is cherry, or some kind of like slushy. I'm going lime. I'm going lime. Ooh, green can be apple as well. If it's apple, I probably don't want it because I don't trust artificial apple, but artificial lime tastes pretty good. Oh, cherry, strawberry, watermelon. I was assuming cherry. If it's strawberry, that's iffy because I find artificial strawberries sometimes not tasting great, but artificial watermelon often tastes good. But Elvo Gonta notes that it could also be a sport. So if it's like Gatorade, then it's just green and red, and those are the flavors, and nobody really knows. So, you know, this is a good point. Sup, duder? Hey, how you holding up? Surviving. Had the weirdest dream last night. Really? I met God. I saw some space bugs. Ooh. Oh, Krellin likes the blue flavor. Oh, you're gonna stream it on Saturday? Post it in my Discord so that then I can like show up and see what it looks like, because then I get to see what it looks like and that makes me happy. That would be nice. I don't think I've had... Have I had Gatorade Blue? I think I have. Oh, it's like cool ice or something, right? I think that's the blue. I like it. I like it. Yes. I do like that blue. I don't like the yellow so much. Gatorade yellow's not my fave, I would say. I'm gonna go with hateful as a final answer to my Fiasco question. Perhaps also hateful. No, not space bugs. Like, not bugs and not in space. Like, things beyond bugs? Cthulhu. In some place beyond space? Oh, not bugs, Azathoth? Nyarlathotep? What I'm trying to tell you is that this is some kind of Cthulhu business right here. I fell asleep on the couch while watching Judge Kathy. Oh, awesome. She's the best. She really is. She takes no crap. Boy, you ain't lying. So what's up? Just checking in. You want to hang out? Want to hang out? There is Call of the Old One, which is different from Call of the Wild, because Call of the Wild's a nice, like, it's a story about a boy and his dog and, you know, in the tundra. And Call of the Old One is about a boy calling an old one and destroying the entire universe while going mad. Super different. I feel like, Can do, I've actually got a semi-steady stream schedule right now. Oh, that is great, Atomica. Tell me. Krellin asks, is Greg ever off or is he just on all the time? So this is really interesting, Krellin. He is almost always on all the time around May, but I get some little indications that there's something else going on with him and that actually there's another side to him that we're not seeing right now. I think he's got some not goodness, some sadness, something going on. I think he's got some offness, right? Not on, but off-ness happening in the background that we have not yet seen. Also because we're mostly hanging out with B at the moment. But I actually suspect there's something else going on with him, and maybe we will find out. Got some date night stuff with Angus. Oh, it's cool. I might hit up B. Hit her the F up! Weird. So what's up? Just checking in. You have checked in officially. I check thee. That's weird. Yeah, he must have some offness, or how would Angus stick with him? That's weird. We were gonna hang out with Greg, but then we couldn't. I think Greg ships maybe. Call me maybe? Yeah, maybe. Maybe he does. Yeah, Art stream on Friday. Oh, nice. Main game on Saturday. Working on Story's Path of Destiny at the moment. But I'll sneak Pool Paddock in, and then random Sunday depending on depending on availability. Ooh, that's nice. Because right now I'm only doing... Well, right now, I've got Thursdays for the Mac game, Night in the Woods. And, El Volganta, I didn't tell you this, and you don't know, and actually we are Nerdsmith, you don't know this either. We had a goal, and the goal was when we hit 500 followers, which we have hit, I will do a stream in Pig Latin, a visual novel that will take one session, because visual novels have the text in English, but I'm going to do a Pig Latin stream, and once Night in the Woods is over, we're gonna do a Pig Latin stream. I don't know which, maybe the elevator. I don't know which visual novel, but I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do a visual novel in Pig Latin after we finish Night in the Woods. This is what? No, not today. We have to actually finish the whole game first. And once we finish the game, which could be years, because I'm kind of slow sometimes. But you know, we're gonna come back to Atlanta Nights in the summer. That's gonna happen. Yes, we're coming back to Atlanta Nights in the summer. And then Saturdays I do my PS4 stream. Wednesdays right now I'm a player in Little Red Dots game, and then and then sometime on Friday or Sunday or sometime around there I'll do some one-offs of RPGs. But hey B, hey, you all right? You seem down. Oh, it's nothing. Stuff. You want to talk about it? Nah. I forget it. Is Code back this week or next week? So, Cthulhu Confidential. For example, Cthulhu Confidential. El Volganta. It's 2:14 a.m. over here already. What? 2:14 a.m. Hold on. It's... So 2 plus... That's another 3. You are in England. You are in the UK, perhaps. El Volganta, perhaps. But Central Europe is 6 out. Oh, Denmark. Oh, Denmark. I believe there is an academic article about IKEA, and it looks at IKEA's the sort of covert values in IKEA's naming practices for its furniture, and it notes that furniture that they give Swedish names to are the highest quality level and like the most prestigious, and then things they give Danish or Finnish names are lower quality in price point and less prestige. So the ways in which they do, like the ways in which they're actually sort of putting out some weirdness based on their nationality. So I thought that was really interesting. They did like a whole survey and study of all the different names that IKEA gives their stuff. There is a huge saw. That is definitely a huge saw. So El Volganta, there was a kind of a funny little bit of a Denmark information. Yeah, Danes and Swedes have a real like love-hate relationship. So apparently you can even see it in IKEA catalogs. So that was, I thought, really interesting. And it was sort of talking about Swedish colonialism and like the Swedish Empire and like all these kind of like historical relationships between Denmark and Sweden. It was really interesting, and I thought, oh, that's very cool. I love a good academic article that like really makes you think about things. Okay. Oof, what are you up to today? Wandering around town? Whatever you want to do. We're gonna hang out. Proximity? What is... So, what kind of party is this? But if I wanted to think, I'd watch some academic stream. Oh, Krellin. Oh, Krellin. But this is what, our boy's gonna be a man. A Jackie party? What's a Jackie party? You remember Jackie? Yeah, she hates me. Yeah, we're gonna go with yeah, she hates me because I feel like that's how May's got a lot of people who hate her. Yeah, she hates me. Oh, that was years ago. Uh-huh. Didn't Jackie have like a one-woman band? Yeah. Trans World Order, give them hell. TWOGTH? Yeah, it's actually really great. She's got a great scream. I'm sold. Twogth. Hey, B, say it. Say twogth. 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 Anyway. This is a party, and Jackie invited me. Look at you! All going to secret parties and shit? They're not secret, May. Well, I wasn't invited. Okay, I invite you. You are now invited. Woohoo! Okay, we got like a 90-minute drive ahead, so... Geez, this better be some party. Jackie parties are worth the trip. Why is May so weird? It is a question. I feel that is exactly how that convo would go, yes. Why doesn't B ask May why she's so weird? Twerks. Because she's known May since they were kids. The weird isn't new. Rissa says, I keep wondering why May is this way when we clearly don't see her dropping any drugs. I feel like she might be manic depressive, is what I'm thinking. This is my current thought on, or maybe she's bipolar. I think there's stuff going on with May, is what I'm thinking. I think I went here once in Girl Scouts to see some sort of longest night play. Yeah, I was there. Oh, yeah. We were kind of stuck together back then. PTSD, that could, yeah, also. Yeah, we'll start with this one. Why'd you start talking to me? I was new in town, and you seemed cool. That's it? You were smart and fun. What am I now? You know, fun. It's like super shitty that you keep saying I'm not smart. I'm sorry. I'm mostly kidding. Mostly? You're not smart either. I was valedictorian of our class. Like that means anything in the real world. Ooh, this conversation's going south real fast. Pull it back, my friends. Toad says, 3 of my favorite podcasts drop new episodes today, plus I get to hang out with y'all for Sam's one-shot later. It's a good day. It is a good day. I'm new in town. John Mulaney is now stuck in my head. That is a good thing to have stuck in your head. PTSD is so effing complicated in its symptoms and effects. That is true. 90 minutes away is not when you have this conversation. That is true, Levi. Do not have this conversation when you are 90 minutes away and you are not driving. That is correct. That is correct. Sorry. Sorry. All right, let's go. I'm kind of nervous about this. Sad but true, I have to go. What? All right, El Volganta. I had a lot of fun and will absolutely be back. Enjoy the rest of the stream, my main man trooper, and thanks for a good time to the rest of the chat members. Thank you for being here, El Volganta. I hope I will see you maybe Saturday at noon Eastern time, 5 p.m. your time, for some Horizon Zero Dawn, and also me singing the banjo, and also just more chatting. Let's be real. It'll be me singing the banjo, and then some chatting, and then some Horizon Zero Dawn. That is what we got. When I'm someone's ride, I don't strand them there no matter how much they piss me off. I wouldn't do it either, Krellin, because I feel like that's not a cool thing to do. But B has already kicked May out of her car once, so you never know. You never know. Oh, Papa T's. Pizza, subs, and beer. I would totally go there. I will see you later. Go to sleep. Elvo Ganta, go to sleep. Go to sleep. People do get stranded. I'm kind of nervous about this. Stay close, all right? Nothing to be scared of down there. It's just a party. Not too late to throw ourselves into traffic instead? Hey, Jackie. Uh-oh. Go the F to sleep, Sam Jackson would say. Hey, B! Being stranded is one of my biggest fears. Yeah, being stranded is like... I mean, but you know what? I will say this, though. It's better now. It's better now. Why is it better now? Because we have cell phones. I'm going to tell you something. It's going to be a bit of a tangent, but that is also what you come here for. So, I grew up in San Francisco, as you know, as some of you know, and we have a lot of serial killers, or we had a lot of serial killers. And when I was a little kid, you know, the Zodiac killer was a thing. And the Zodiac, what he would do is he would like go and hang out like at gas stations along the highway. And when somebody drove their car to go into the gas station to get gas and they walk in to pay, because you have to walk in to pay at that time, he would mess with their car. He would do something. He'd like pull out a hose or whatever. So when the other person would get back in their car and they'd drive off. And then after a couple of miles, the car would break down and he would come up after them. And he would like either pretend to be a police officer or to be some kind of good Samaritan to help them out. And then he would murder them. And I think nowadays, if your car breaks down on the freeway, rather than being murdered by the Zodiac, you could just call AAA. And I feel like that's probably good, right? That you could do that instead. By the way, I had a Samsung flip phone for the longest time, and by the longest time I mean, you know, up till a couple of years ago. Yeah, I've only had one smartphone. I have a smartphone. It's an iPhone 6S, and that is my first smartphone, and I have not had any other smartphone besides that. And the 6S didn't come out that long ago. Up until the 6S, I had like an old flip phone is what I had. That is what I had. I'm thinking about picking up a Nokia brick for a phone and a weapon. I see you, Todd. I see you, Toad. Cell phones are a thing I definitely could have used in college, but I'm too old for that. Yeah, so like it's just interesting the ways in which I think if you have at least even if you have like a kind of like a cheapo cell phone, you could maybe use it to avoid being murdered by serial killers, perhaps. Possible. And I should probably not think about serial killers as much, but we had a lot of serial killers. I mean, I grew up in San Francisco with the memory of the Zodiac killer at large. We also still had the Night Stalker when I was a kid. When I was a kid, we had the Jonestown Massacre. We had the murder of Harvey Milk and Mayor Moscone. We had the kidnapping of Kevin Collins, one of the first modern kidnappings where it wasn't for ransom. Like, we had a lot of just like sketch-tastic stuff, you know, and you just sort of note it. Krellin, do not get murdered by a serial killer. I don't want that to happen, right? Like, I don't want it. So my tip for you would be, if some good Samaritan who's sketchy comes to help you out when your car breaks down, don't open the car door. Like, just watch out for serial killers. Just watch out for it. My 70-year-old dad learns he's a smartphone. Anyone can. But what if your 7-year-old dad is hip and, like, super cool? I don't know. Anyway, nobody get murdered by serial killers. Hey, B! Oh, weird. It's May. Hey, Jackie. You brought May. Yeah, is that okay? Sure. It'll be fun. Come on in. It's a good one. Is there, like, dancing and stuff? The world is ending, May. Of course there's dancing. Cool. Okay. I'm not worried about using the smartphone. I'm worried about paying for it. Yeah. My 70-year-old dad cannot... I work with him. I'm his tech support. It is the worst. Understandable, Krellin. I always worry about that. I worry about the way that technology becomes essential but also too expensive, and what that means for class division. And like, I think about the ways in which people need the internet. Oh, there was a really interesting thing that somebody was talking about. Was I reading it? Was it a blog post I was reading? Or was somebody talking about it? Nonetheless, it was about the ways in which many things are online only nowadays. Atomica says, I actually tried to help an old couple change a tire, but I look like a metalhead serial killer. It wasn't until I started talking that they let me help, because I have a super soothing voice that doesn't match my look. That is fair. But it was about how many things are online nowadays, from applying to jobs. Some jobs you can only apply for online. Some utilities can only be paid for online. There are a lot of things that are now sort of moving to online spaces only, and there are a lot of poor people who do not have the internet. And I think I don't know if it was but the person who was writing this was a librarian, and the library has, computers and public access to the internet, and she was talking about how what she does is she helps poor people and also homeless people be able to get access to basic services that you can only access through the internet by giving them a space, right, to use the internet. And I thought it was really interesting and made me think a lot. And so the post was about the internet and access to the internet as not a luxury in the current day. And I thought about that a lot. I thought that was it was very thought-provoking. That's why you gotta take it seriously. Put your foot down. No fascists at this party. Right. You don't talk this shit out. You punch this shit out. Do you think that's best? Yeah. Carry a knife and learn how to throw a punch. We can't have no sense of humor about this shit. Mace works too. Mace against fascists. Al Dude's definitely a fascist. Hey, this is May. Hey, May. Yep, that's May. So, where are you guys from? Suburban Bright Harbor. Couple of born and bred harbor rats. Wow, what are you doing out here? Long story for both of us. I got time. Hold up, we're gonna go yell at the DJ real quick? We know him, he's a total dink. Okay, I'll be here. Ooh, does B have a crush on someone? Bye, boys. They seem nice. This is very cool. No drinking, May. Okay, fine. You guys want to dance? Yeah. Can you dance, May? Can, anyone here dance? Atomica says, oh, there's some dancing going on. Atomica says, there's actually a thing in China where in the big cities no one carries money, so the poor get lanyards with laminated QR codes where people can give them money over their phones. Huh. Oh, of course May dances like that. And of course B dances B is doing goth dancing, right? B's doing her goth dancing. And I feel like May's doing the kind of alternative, early alternative bounce. That it's kind of an 80s bounce. And I'm not quite sure what Jackie's doing. Hey, I think those guys are back over there. Ooh, yeah. Should we go talk to them? Yeah, we should. I can dance. I never knew. I'm gonna keep dancing. Are you sure? Yeah, I don't think I've ever danced at a party before. Okay, we'll be 10 feet away. Within eye shot. And I'll watch you. Don't drink anything someone gives you. B, I know. No, seriously. B, I'll be fine. Let's go. She'll be fine. Okay. What's gonna happen? That's me dancing. That's me May dancing. She's doing right. I wish if I were standing up, you could see me. I can do this dance. It's just kind of like the knee bounce, head down, right? Like that. Mr. Game Inform's like, that's how I dance. You know, it's like, here's the thing. This dance that she's doing works really well with The Cure, The Smiths, Tears for Fears, like all that kind of 80s alternative works really well. Dancing is easy. What's the big fuss? Well, actually, I do swing my arms, but swinging your arms is like next level, Toad. I don't think May's there yet. She's got to like graduate to some arm swings. But you know, I feel like we've all been there. Oh, May's gonna get in trouble. Let's get in trouble. Let's talk to people and get in trouble. Hey, you. Hey, you. Do I know you? Nope. What's your name? May Borofsky? Samantha Stevenson. She's just gonna say her actual name because she is. May Borofsky? Browski. Nice. It's nice just to cut loose with zero fucks giving, which is my dancing style. Oh, you know, I haven't gone like dancing in ages, and it's really nice sometimes to be in a like a really dark space with like lots of really good dance music and just like lose yourself in it. We Are Nerdsmith says, I have to go find my Peipakoa before stream tonight and have a good one. And thank you for all the amazing time. Nerdsmith, what time is your stream? What time is your stream? 7 p.m. Oh, yes, Pacific. That's 10. I am hosting Critical Role at that time, so I cannot be there because I host Critical Role on my channel. But I will be there. I will show up one of these days. You cannot avoid me. We are Nerdsmith. Just saying, you can't avoid me. I will find you. It's okay though. But I will find you in a good way. I will check you later, We Are Nerdsmith. Everybody hang out with them. Nice. Sounds so tough. I'm extremely tough. I'll wrestle anyone. Wow. So what's your story, May Borofsky? I'm a grad student studying vampires and I play bass. I'm a college dropout, a ghost is chasing me, and I recently met God. She's just gonna be honest because she's at a party. I'll send you my address. Hey, if you send me your address and I'm in your town, I will come visit, but I would actually message you first. I wouldn't just show up at your house because you may not be home and that might be awkward. I would message first. But then I would say, do you want to get a hot chocolate at a cafe? And then we would have a hot chocolate at a cafe, most likely. Unless you were busy, in which case we would not have a hot chocolate in a cafe, but I would have tacos. Because you live in California, and I would have tacos, and it would be delicious. Tacos. I've had these dreams that I'm not sure were dreams. Where I was running around jumbled bits of like history or something, like it was all a hairball stuck in the shower drain. And yeah, there's a ghost. And I'm pretty sure it like kidnapped someone on Halloween. Pretty sure I didn't imagine that. And my friends don't completely buy it. And I have this like thing going on in my head. And I dropped out of college and I don't even want to get into that. And all I wanted to do was come home and for things to be normal. And that's not really working out. And I found out tonight I can dance. And then I saw you. And I've never just listed all of that out at once before. Wow. I stole your life story. I guess. Hey, give me your hand. All right. Oh, hand. Oh, hand. We're having hand troubles. Hand? Oh no, I don't want to save and quit. I just want to hold hands. Woo! How do I do it? How do I hold hands? I did it. Oh. Pentagram. Oh, wow. Secret handshake. Wow. Wow. It worked. Wow. Okay. Okay. I should go find my friend. Let her know I'm over here? That's a good idea. Brovsky. It's a good name. Sounds tough. Okay. Need to tell friend location. I'll be here. Wow. Okay. Be right back. May? Hail Satan. She is flustered. Well, she did have a boyfriend, right? She did have that boyfriend, but, I don't know about that. Let's talk to this person for a moment. Psst. Hey there. The wise kitten focuses... Oh, sorry. The wise kitten focuses not on that which is lost, but on all that remains. Okay. Wow. You just hanging out in the back of the party? Dishing out wisdom? Alright, well, I'll keep that in mind. Have a good one. No, May. Hey, everybody, I want to know what's going on. Where are my friends? There's something going on. I'm reminded of a church sign I saw that said Satan was the first to ask for equal rights. Why would there be a church sign that says that? I'm really worried about the church that says that. That's all that I'm saying. That worries me. Also, I have ice cream in my refrigerator, and I'm going to have it after stream. That's what I'm telling you. Hey, B. Oh, hey, May. This is Chris. Hey, Chris. Hey. Your friend B is pretty cool. She's okay. You're laughing a lot. What kind of ice cream? It's like chocolate, and there's some strawberries in it. It's kind of like a sundae. If you worry about that church, don't watch the other TikToks by the Oxford Comma Girl. I don't even know how you find TikToks by specific people on the TikToks. I don't even know. I was in a TikTok though, but I don't know how they work. Ice cream is one of the things I can eat this week. Oh! Then Toad, eat the ice cream. Yeah, it's like a sundae that's like chocolate ice cream with some strawberries, and it's tasty. I think there's some little brownie bits in there. Yeah, I don't know how it's organized, right? How do people find things? Because I was in a TikTok, but I don't know. Yeah. When I was at Gen Con, there were all these high school students who were interns at the streaming studio, and one of the interns was like, "You have a handlebar mustache," and I was like, "Sure." And she was like, "Can you go and do this TikTok?" And I was like, "Okay." And they didn't think I would, because I think they thought I was, because here I am with my handlebar mustache and my Victorian clothing, and there's apparently this sort of TikTok meme where people go, "We." There's like music, and then somebody goes, "We." And part of this particular TikTok meme is that people then put on like fake handlebar mustaches, but I have a real handlebar mustache. And so this high school student was like, "Oh my gosh, your mustache, will you do this TikTok meme for me?" And nobody thought that I would do it. There, like all the other high school students were like, he won't do it. And I was like, "Sure, I'll do it, I don't care." And so it was this meme where like she's standing in frame, kind of like dancing like this to some sort of music, and then the music stops, and then I just like slide onto screen and I go, "We." And that was the TikTok meme, and I would like to find it, but I don't know how to find things on TikTok. But it was funny. Rissa says, "A million years ago, we passed a church sign on the way to a campground that read, 'Joy is the byproduct of obedience.' And that still creeps me out." Oh, that creeps me out too, Rissa. Like, Now I'm thinking about Jonestown again. These kids today and their handlebar mustache memes? I don't know, Weird Vectors. I don't even know. They were supposed to be surprised that you knew what TikTok is. I mean, no, we as in the French we. And I don't know why, like, I think for them, French and handlebar mustaches go together. Don't ask me what's up, but I know what TikTok is. Old Town Road, come on. Yeah, Levi says, oh yeah, Jonestown was terrible. And like, there's some joy through obedience right there. It's worrisome. Beatrice. That's like an old name, like a book you read in 2nd grade. Well, a book you liked? Old Town Road started on TikTok. That's one of the reasons, that's one of the ways I think that it actually got famous. Rissa says, that was in the area you guys traveled to get to the Rutherford Lake House. Creepy! Rissa, even creepier. I don't even know. We're not playing this Saturday, but the Saturday after, if I recall correctly. Creepy. I liked ghost stories. I used to be a big reader. I'm gonna go with I used to be a big reader. I used to be a big reader. Then I got bored with books. My granddad used to read to me before he got dementia and died. Sorry about your granddad. It's okay, it was years ago. Bee's mom is dead too. Yeah, May's about to put her foot in her mouth hardcore, everybody. May, stop. I'm sure everyone here knows someone who died. My dog died last spring when my house exploded because there was a gas leak from when my dad hit a line trying to dig up the dog we had before that because we were going to move and Dad said he had to come with us. Wow. So, Chris, what are you majoring in? Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, B has got a crush. May is awkward. Yeah, this little dog always gets me. Yeah. Shuffle off the oversharers. Poli-sci? Oh, that's cool. Are there a lot of jobs in that? Oh, I don't know. I just find it interesting. I feel like you have to be pretty materialistic to go to college just so you can get a job after. Oh, Chris. That's interesting because... Whoa. Check out Rich Kid over here. Yeah. Okay. I'm wondering if B is wishing she told May to drink instead. Maybe indeed. I'm so hard to get to talk, then harder to shut up. You know what happens, Atomica? Weird Vector says, I have a tendency to overshare sometimes. I regret the words as they come out of my mouth. Krellin, cool it, man. I'm trying to marry up here. Oh, hipster Chris. Oh my goodness. It's funny because I feel like, yeah. Talking is interesting, right? This is not profound because it's shorthand for a lot of thoughts in my mind that I cannot all share at the moment. But talking to people is interesting because everybody's a little bit different in how they do it. Some people are hard to get to talk with and they don't shut up. Some people are hard to get to talk and they never talk. Some people always talk but they don't say anything. Some people talk but then say things. Like there's all different ways in which you interact with people in different moments. And I found that interesting. I actually love overshares, but talking to them is definitely a different beast. The weird fact is I'm just better one-on-one. And I'm actually very good in a crowd, but I'm very different one-on-one than I am in a crowd. And I like both, but I'm very different, right? Because when I'm in a crowd, I tend to do that kind of hostess thing where I could try to make sure everybody's like, that nobody's left out, that everybody's having a good time, everybody's sort of having it, like it's a different kind of conversation style for me when I'm in a group versus when I'm one-on-one. And if you only are used to me in a group setting, I may surprise you one-on-one because I get super intense one-on-one. Not in a bad way, but like I like really deep conversations. And so like if we're one-on-one, it's going deep. And that deep, like as you know, because you're hanging out with me in the foxhole, so you know how I get. So it's just a little bit different. Just think about the talkiness of this chat. Yeah, this chat is so interesting. And right, like I love existential combos one-on-one. It's the best. Speaking of this chat, Rissa, I don't know if you all saw, there was a little video on Twitter somebody posted, which was the two different types of streamers. And one was like the video of him going like, just like playing some game and just like cursing the entire time. And it was like a first person shooter. And it was like, bro, what? Right, and all this. And then the other one was him in a sweater with a cup of tea, and he was just like drinking it, and then he's like, well, it's been 2 hours, I suppose I should finally start to play The Sims 4. And it was very funny, and I loved it. And I was like, oh, I am one of those type of streamers. It is true. Rissa says, that's one of the things I remember about the first time we met, how good you were at talking to everyone at the table. Hey, Ice Bunny, welcome in. What are you doing awake right now? Ice Bunny, it is o'clock where you are at. Weird Vector says, I prefer the sweater and tee every time. Me too. I have to tell you something in a moment when I read Atomica's. If we're one-on-one, we're going deep. Are we not doing phrasing anymore? Is that not a thing? What? Hey, look, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say it. You almost baited me into saying something super dirty, Atomica, in a funny way, but I'm not doing it. This is oh, Ice Bunny's up early. No, that's fair. That's fair. I'm gonna die. Give me a second. I swallowed wrong. I'm gonna die. I'm talking, so I'm not gonna die. If you're talking, you're breathing. So I'll not die here on stream. I just got water down my windpipe. But I'm okay. I'm all right. Sometimes it's too hilarious, and I can't help it. Oh my goodness. You did, we're at a party. I want to find out how May insults the guy that B likes. Gotta pay zillions of dollars to go to college just because something's interesting? B, check this dude out. You ever worked a day in your life, Chaz? I interned at my uncle's firm, yes. Well, I bagged groceries. Okay. May, do you want to dance some more? Yeah, this is a party. Okay, look, chat, I need your advice. I don't, right? I mean, so here's the problem. I want her to say yes. I want her to go dancing so that B doesn't have to deal with this, but I feel like May would say, nah, I'm good. Hey, Abalek, how are you? My night is going really well, and right now I have to let you know that I am in a conundrum. I'm in this conundrum, and the thing is, I want May to go dancing and not get in this scene, but I think May wants to stay in the scene and cause trouble. Yeah, I just feel like this is the problem, right? There's what I want, and there's what I have to do. I have to do what May would do, and May is the kind of person that ruins everybody's time. Yeah. You sure you don't want to go dance? Yeah, my parents own their own business, so... Ooh, tell me about it? I know, Krellin, I had to do it because because I feel like that's what May would do, because May is a disaster trash fire, and you know that she would do that. You know she would. That is how she is. She causes all, like, she does. She's not self-aware. She is, the problem with May is she does not pick up on things. Do you know what I mean? She's not picking up on the fact that B is super into this guy. I'm just wolf meat. You are not a skeleton hobo. You're just wolf meat. But you know, I know a bit about running a small business. Want to go across the street and get some pizza? I could eat, and it's a small business. You'll speak their language, get us free slices. B doesn't like spoiled rich kids, Chuck. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Oh no. She clearly likes this dude. Come on. So, Trooper, has your husband talked to you about the IDs bouncing around for a secret project? Abalek, he has not told me. I'm gonna have to go and message my husband and find out what he's thinking about. I need to find out what that is. May will avoid the serial killer by doing things like bending over to tie shoes as a serial killer takes a swing. That is totally how May would avoid the serial killer. Is this what it's like being his GM? Ooh. That's a good question. Krellin asks Rissa the best question. Is this what it's like being his GM? Ooh, that's a very good question. This is a tricky thing because the player that I'm playing, it depends on the character. It depends on the character. Abalek says, gasp! Tell him to invite you to the other Discord for the thing, because your name was the first we all said. I don't even know what this is. I need to find out. I need to find out what this is all about. May at times reminds me of LSP from Adventure Time. Mm-hmm. I've seen to replace RPGs. So it would depend. It would depend on. So the character I'm playing, in Rissa's Call of Cthulhu game, is probably one of the people with a stronger sense of self-preservation in the party. Weirdly, it's tricky, right? Because some of the like one character has no sense of self-preservation and a bit of a martyr complex, like shot down in a blaze of glory, going to go and get myself killed sort of character, and my character needs to keep him alive. I don't need to, but I feel guilty about it, so my character tends to be a little bit more, that character, Tommy, is a little bit more careful than other characters in that party. Yes. So that character, that particular character, Tommy, has done a number of things based on self-preservation. So for example, at one point in time, the rest of the party kidnapped a police officer to interrogate this police officer. Kidnapped him. And my character was not there at the time of the kidnapping, but found out about the kidnapping and was like, oh, I'm not gonna be in the room where this police officer is. I'm not gonna have this police officer see me whatsoever. So my character did not participate in the investigation. They wanted my character to like photograph him, and my character was like, I am not anywhere near this because my character is Japanese American in 1947 and does not want to have anything to do with any kind of police officer being able to see him and visually ID him. So that was not happening. So my characters sometimes are just like, not this one. Yes. May's story's going to end bleeding out on the dance floor. Murder on the Dance Floor, that's a good song. Is there an old sea captain in that campaign? Any Eldritch Horror setting needs an old sea captain, that is fair. Kidnapped is a strong word. They didn't make him unconscious until they didn't, and they didn't leave him to freeze to death. Unauthorized detention, maybe. That is perhaps true. And this is true. My VTM character, my Vampire the Masquerade character, is very self-preservative. Also, she feels like, why should I get myself in danger when I can just have other people do it? Because she's a manipulator. Because that's how she is. Trooper is the big sister mom, right? Sometimes you're the mom friend. But sometimes your character makes poor choices. And, that's all. It's not kidnapping, it's a forced vacation from responsibilities. That's also possible. I'll come along if that's okay, B. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Oh, gosh. And to be fair, that cop was a very bad cop. He was a very bad cop. He was also crooked, which is one of the reasons why my character did not want to be seen by him. So my character sometimes will not be seen. Like, there are moments where my character is... But also, oh my gosh, everyone make sure you drink some water. Good point. Also, just for the record, sometimes, are we talking dirty payoff cops or murder? Both, actually, Abalek. Both dirty payoff cop and murdering people cop and covering for Cthulhu cultist cop. Like, he's a bad cop. He's a super bad cop. He's dead now, though. So, you know, right? Whatever, I'm gonna go feed cats now because I do make choices based on, hey, Krellin, if you don't feed cats, you will pay for it because those cats will be like, hey, psh. Like, have you ever had a cat just slap you in the face? I have. Like, I've had a cat just slap me in the face for no reason, just because they feel like it. Like, you're sitting there and you're like, hey, cat. The cat's like, psh. But you know. B knows all about business. Hey, Cody, let me tell you about Beatrice Santello. No, we're gonna just say B knows all about business. Because one, we don't, like, I feel like May would say both of these things, but this one's gonna go to bad spaces, so we're gonna go with this one. Did you feed him to Carl Cthulhu? My kitten Sparkle slaps me in the face all the time. I'm just saying, cats are just like, psh. Cats are jerks sometimes. She's super on top of things. Super smart and responsible. She runs like the biggest store in Possum Springs. May, no. What even is Possum Springs? It's west in the mountains. Well, rich kid over here is studying politicians or whatever. B's out in the real world, not like you college kids. May. What? I'm kind of over the whole college thing myself. B and I basically run Possum Springs, except there's like a ghost or something. You two live in Possum Springs? Yeah, got a problem with that? Wow, you drove all the way here from Deep Hollow County? Isn't that like 2 hours away? No, why would you do that? Hey, Rick, B drove in from Deep Hollow. Oh man, dang people. I think Sparkle thinks he's gonna cuddle something, but then nope. I adore him though. He's my beautiful child and can do no wrong. Yeah, poor B. This is bad. Are you not a student? Yeah. What? Yeah, I am. I'm. Oh, B. Wait. Dang, May. I'm glad you're not my friend in video games, Trooper. Hey, if I were playing me, I would totally help you out, Krellin. I would have your back if I were in a video game. But I just feel like May's the worst, though, and I gotta be on brand for her. I don't want to be untrue to her character, which is that she's sort of the worst. That's all. What was that about? I think she doesn't go here. So? Dude, I don't even know. Yeah, she does want college so bad. I can only judge you based on experience, Trooper. My experience is you are the worst in video games. I feel like in some video games I'm not the worst. Like I wasn't the worst in, well, it depends on the video game. I feel like I wasn't the worst in Dragon Age Inquisition. What did you do? I was gonna ask the same thing. How in the world did you mess that up? If you aren't a terrible friend, you're jumping off cliffs. Well, that's true. I was jumping off a lot of cliffs. You know, Aloy's pretty good, but she also jumps off cliffs. That's fair. That is fair. Trooper's okay as long as there are no ledges in sight. She needs this. Now she's God knows where. Something happens to her, I will personally punch your teeth out. Trooper needs to play Untitled Goose Game. I still want to see how he is on brand for the main character. Okay, geez. All right, I'm gonna go up the street. You go down towards the river. We find her, make sure she's okay, and then meet back here. We need to know May. Trooper jumps off cliffs even when there are no cliffs. This was May jumping off a rhetorical cliff, and this is true. Okay, oh God, okay. Back in school, I always told B that you were an asshole. And I really thought that was true. And it's good to know I was right. Well, May is an asshole. Okay. Where are you, B? The roofs. Can get to the river quick on the roofs. I actually think it's true. May is... Hey, move! What? Move it, goth dorks! No. I need to get up on the roof. You are not jumping on my car. I will end you right here in this pizza place parking lot. You cool down. You F off. Don't tell me to F off. Don't tell me to cool down. Yeah, May, gosh. Yeah, this game is so good and May's such a problem. Get away from my damn car. If you don't get away from your damn car, I'm gonna run it over your damn head. Can you even drive? Want to find out, citizen? I'm gonna call the cops. If you don't move right now, I'm gonna probably make you eat this entire car. And I can do it. I'd like to see you try. The last person I hurt physically, I hurt him very, very badly. Physically. Seriously, you were about to what? You know what? I don't have the time for this. No, you don't. Move. Hope you break your spine. You know, I'm very worried. Oh, well, that's fine. We'll do this. I'm very worried, about all of this. I just made some errors. It's cool. I think I'm in a bad way, but it's cool. It's cool. Don't even worry about it. Yep. Yeah, there are all these options for you to be on the roof, and I keep not being on them, and it's awkward. It's cool. But, you know... Too bad for me, not being on the roofs the way I'm supposed to. I hope I'm not getting B killed. What if I'm getting B killed because I'm too slow? Oh, hey, look, it's B. B! I don't even know. There you are. Are you all right? Why did you run? That's like extremely dangerous. You're alone in some college town. Oh. This scene is one of my faves in the whole game. So good. I'm so excited. And you don't even know who... This was my party. These are my parties. I come to these so I can feel normal. For like 2 hours a month. This is normal? Mm-hmm. This is a bunch of dorks in a basement. College is stupid anyway. Oh my God, you complete asshole. You will never understand this. Ever. You know what I do when I go to sleep? Ha ha ha, this is so freaking sad. I think, like, obsessively about going to college. Like, really, really think hard about it. And if I'm lucky, as I fall asleep, I dream about it. I have to dream about this thing you're so over already. It's like my wildest fantasy. You have a life. That's what she would say. No, I don't. I have obligations. I have a routine. When my mom died, my life ended too. I had to take over the business because Dad had a complete breakdown, and the bills from my mom literally dying were so bad that we lost the house. The house I grew up in. Gone. Some shitty family with their shitty kids live there now. And now we live in an apartment as my dad wastes away. And like any idea I had of the future, this big, bright thing just gets smaller and darker every time I wake up from a dream about nights like tonight. And you can't get that through your thick effing skull. This is the May thing that she would say. I had no idea about any of this. How? How could you not know this? I work hard and I take care of what's left of my family, and my life is slipping away, and I'm trapped in that stupid hardware store in that stupid town. I'm just doomed. You're not the only person stuck here, you know? You gave up on the thing I can't have. I kind of hate you. I can't not hate you for that. A little. You don't know why I had to leave. Oh, I'm sure it's a brilliant reason. You just sit there judging me. Have you ever even asked why I left? Yeah, the first day you were back. Oh, right. So, why did you leave? I don't know. My head is in pieces right now. Any answer I could give would sound nuts. Oh. Well, that's illuminating. Oh, shut up. All this shit going down this past week, ghosts and shit, I met God. He was an asshole. Uh-huh. Ugh. Look, we're both trapped. But we're trapped together. Better to be trapped with someone else, right? Listen, I'm sorry about, like, it's okay. We're like the best available friends. Oh, God. What river is this? Red winder. All the iron in the water turns the rocks orange. Must be weird for them. All the rocks on land get to keep their colors, and the river rocks are always looking up at them. So, like, actual question. Do you think we'd be friends if we weren't, like, stuck together in the same town? Like, we were stuck together in Girl Scouts? Like, is this just... what's the word? Proximity? Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't. My entire life feels like running after something that keeps moving away into the distance, while I stay in the same place. And I guess proximity counts for a lot right now. Proximity. Do you want to go back to the party? Nah. We can come to another one sometime. I swear I won't screw it up. I'll learn to talk good. There you go. I swear I won't screw it up. Well, you've done it once, so you should know how not to do it again. B, you should have told me about everything. I was embarrassed. My entire life is embarrassing. B, I'm like more embarrassing than you will ever be. You are like stronger and smarter than anyone I've ever met. Thanks. And you're not as big a total idiot as I act like you are. I'm a jerk sometimes, I know that. But you're a genuinely good person. I'll take it. You know what the Fort Lucin fish fountain would say? What? Beatrice Santello, we should get burgers and shakes on the way home. Oh wow, a revelation from God. The good God, the fake one. Crap. I didn't get her info. Who? The super cute girl I met at the party? We did a secret handshake. Is that a euphemism? Crap. Yeah, we need to come back. Okay, you. Let's go home. Home again, home again. Oh, gang. It's 9:12. We're going to just wrap up our evening and go to bed and then call it. But what do people say? Javai says, I feel like May's biggest problem is that she thinks she understands everything or that everything is the same as her. Yeah, maybe suck together, don't suck together. Yeah, I think, Javai, I think one of the problems is that I don't think she can see other people. Do you know what I mean? I think that one of the problems with May is that she's really stuck in her own perspective and she can't really... I think she has an empathy problem. I think that she has a problem recognizing that other people might have problems or things going on in their life. I think that's... Yeah, I think that's one of her problems. That she doesn't pay attention to other people. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's really narcissistic. She thinks about herself and her situation, and I think she has a really hard time thinking about other people. I think she wants to, and I think that sometimes she thinks she does, but I think that she has a hard time thinking about other people. Yeah. Does the squirrely thing in the background during theory hour. Suck, Dad. Hi. Hello. Oh, wow. Are you okay? No. Okay. So, what's going on? I don't think I can talk about it. I didn't realize that was a woman May was talking to. I didn't either. It's gender is always a little bit funny in this game because people are all very sort of androgynous. I didn't know either. I would have given that person a different voice. I would have given her a different voice had I known. You're going to have to start talking sometime, kitten. I wish I could. Why can't you? I don't even know where to even start. That's what we'll say. It explains why May got so flustered she doesn't know she's gay. Yeah. Yeah, I think May's got a lot going on, and we don't even know all the things she's got going on yet, but she clearly has got a lot going on. It's just... I've been having these dreams, and I keep thinking I see a ghost. A ghost? And I've had these horrible nightmares that feel really real. And I think something really bad is going to happen. And I've been running around doing all this stupid stuff, and where's it all going? What even is my life right now? I think I patched up some stuff tonight, but like, everyone is on their way somewhere else. And I had that big fight with Mom. Kitten, it's okay. I think she's canon bi. Oh, the other F's gonna be in CR. Well, I mean, I suppose it's a question, right? Is she bi, or was her relationship with that dude in high school a relationship you have before you come out as lesbian, right? So I don't know if she's canon bi. She could be. She could be. That would be cool. But I don't know. Maybe. If she's canon bi, that would be awesome. And that's not even counting the money problems. Yeah. Money problems make everything worse. I know it. and I can't do anything about it. I don't even know if I could hold down a job. And how am I ever going to survive? And shh, kitten. Take a breath. Okay. Why don't you get some sleep? Can I just stay down here for a bit? As long as you like. Malloy! Garbo! Ever think about, the afterlife? I don't have a life as it is! Why, Garbo? Do you think there's someone up there watching? Hey, I just hope anyone's watching at this time slot. These are the big questions, Garbo. Don't get any bigger, Malloy. Are you a churchgoer, Garbo? Hey, the last time I was in church, they hadn't invented religion yet. You are making it up as we went along. Okay, so we all think there's a God, right? We should have potlucks. Can't have a church without potlucks. You could, Malloy, but it would be a whopper. These people, I don't even... Coming up next, Garbo and I contact the dead. Garbo and Malloy, man. Yeah. May needs to start doing stuff and not just think and talk. She seems stuck on that. Oh, yeah. For some reason, I just don't dig Garbo and Malloy. I don't know if you're supposed to dig Garbo and Malloy. My middle school... I'm going to tell you a weird thing. My middle school teacher, one of my middle school teachers, my math teacher maybe, said that a sure way to unhappiness is to think about oneself too much. And that, stuck together don't suck together. Bombshell. Oh, there's a little bit going on in that journal, everybody. I like them because they're not funny. So he says to me that one sure way to unhappiness is to think about oneself too much, and that sort of spending a lot of time thinking about oneself is a way to just be an unhappy person, and that if one finds oneself in that space when one's being unhappy, one should maybe start thinking about other people a little bit more. And I think there's goodness to that advice. I think there's also badness to that advice, but I do think that there's goodness to that advice as well. Yeah, because you can right, that self-conscious can turn into tunnel vision, where you think everybody's judging you, or you just think about yourself, right? But everyone's also, as Weird Vector says, everyone's focusing on themselves and not you. But also, like, the minute you think that I've got it worse than everyone, I think it gets really easy to just start imagining that oneself has it worse than everybody else, and then really sort of getting into one's inner space when, a lot of people have it bad. Like, I mean, I have got bad things in my life, but other people have worse things, like everybody's got some problems. And so he always said that basically focusing on other people, not in a jealousy way, but like trying to help other people can often help you out of that kind of unhappiness. Ooh, there's a song. Dang, everybody, there's a song. We're going to go in through this. We're going to talk to our friends, but there's a song. It's a jazz song, and it's sung by Mark Murphy, and it's really good. Now I want to listen to it. It's, don't get locked into your sadness. Cop a bluff. Strut your stuff. If you stumble, just be tongue-in-cheek. Love is always just like hide and seek. If you're locked into your sadness. Wow, how's it start? It's a really good song. I need to find it. I don't think I've heard it in a really long time, but it's about like not getting locked into your sadness, and I need to find this song now. I'm going to find it. I'm going to listen to it. Maybe I'll post it on our Discord. Atomica says, I've had that where I met somebody and just clicked with them and then never met them again ever. Yeah, that has happened to me. Those moments you get that one perfect, beautiful moment. Maybe you're at a party, you're at a place, and you meet that person and you just like click and it's really amazing. And then it's just that one moment is that like perfect moment, then it's done. That lost chance to get a name or a number or anything, then they're just a face and a curiosity that will never be explored. Yeah. But there's also something kind of beautiful about it. It's like a bummer, but it's also a little bit beautiful. Hey, you. Hey, me. I'm so tired from tonight. I bet. Did you run all the way to the river? Yeah, on the roofs and stuff. And that dancing really takes it out of you. That's really nice, May, that you did that. It wasn't nothing. Go get some sleep. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for running after me. Oh, I never go away. You'll never be rid of me. I can think of worse fates. Maybe. I feel like Greg's got all this stuff going on in his life and I don't even know what it is. Hey, kid. Went to a party, danced at a party, ran around in the rain, met a hot girl, totally didn't get her number. She's a bombshell, though. Wow, sounds like some night. It was a mixed bag. But all in all, I'd party again. We need to do more parties. You are very right. All right, I'm off to bed. Laters. Sharkle? Sharkle, Krellin? I need to turn up this volume so I can get my Sharkle right. Hi. 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 You know what? I need to stop doing that. I don't know why, but I get Sharkle obsessed. I get Sharkle obsessed, everybody. We're going to stop it right here because you know there's going to be some kind of a dream of some sort. And we're gonna save and quit to title. Denise, we're going. We're leaving right now. Denise, I can't believe Denise. I need to find that song, not Denise Denise, but the don't get locked into your sadness. It's so good. It's so good. Denise, I miss you. You're great, Denise. You're awesome. Hey, everybody. So, I'm Trooper SJP. This is the Academic Foxhole. We're sort of done. Hello. No, people just got here. I'm going to be back up in a half hour because I'll be hosting Critical Role, and I think they're doing the Wendy's RPG, and I really want to see what that is. So in a half hour, I'm going to go. Oh, I should order I want a grilled cheese sandwich. In a half hour, I will be hosting Critical Role for their Wendy's game ran by Sam Riegel, and we'll just see what that's all about. And kisses, Denise. And what else is going to happen? You can find me on Saturday, next Saturday, which is what is it? Next Saturday is the Horizon Zero Dawn, noon. And then next Wednesday will be the Purloin Code because we took 2 weeks off, but we will be back at 8 o'clock at Little Red Dot's channel. And maybe I should get a burger. I probably need food is what's happening. My pleasure making you feel better, Arissa. And, I've got these, some one-on-one, some solo RPGs, and do not be surprised to see them over on this channel sometime soon. And I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat some food and have some ice cream, and it's gonna be really good. And you all are one. I've got socials. If you all want to follow, you can. If you're not followed, give a follow. If you want to, you don't have to. If you don't want to, I'm not the boss of you. You can also join our Discord. It's pretty nice. It's pretty mellow. I also have a YouTube where I have the archive of all of these shows. And I have a Twitter, Academic Foxhole. And I have a Patreon, the proceeds of which I use to go and pay for casts for RPGs with the ultimate goal of getting a weekly full cast show going on my channel. So that's what I got going on. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Thank you everyone for being here. You all are so lovely. And I will see you in, Volpez. I was going to say I'll catch you on the flip side, but first, Irway and hey, the anime. Irway and hey, the anime. Eve way at gale out way of way at wakes te ute at gale young way. Irway and hey, the anime. Either I skays or ani say. Old man the adiation pray uyare threv you stay unway reo. Ewe evne edway ed leansley of way ed brainsley te day. And way we see the endly or look laugh the eye Gary in the IA. We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Thank you, Volpez, for that, for those bits. It all works. And I'm trying to say is that I might need to get some new costume pieces if I'm going to be doing some of these one-on-one RPGs, which I'm probably going to do, as a little bit of a surprise. So this is what I'm going to do. Also, sometimes, Denise, you leave messages on the VODs, and then I get those messages and I read them, then I'm happy, and I want to type back, but then I can't. But I read them. Everybody, take care of yourselves. I will catch you on the flip side, and I will be here in a half hour to host Critical Role. Okay, everybody. Bye.